The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
My girl Galadriel! Oh, whoops. I just sent Az a picture.
Gary just sent me a dick pic.
I did.
I'm not even joking. He went, dude, I got something for you. And I was like, oh, and he sent me a dick pic.
The question is, whose dick is it? Okay.
I'm gonna have to get John Campion for this one.
The dick whisperer. Oh, we need the Canadian dick whisperer on the case.
We'll let you ponder a little bit. We'll talk about it a bit.
Yeah, we'll let chat sit with that for a while.
Yeah, that'll go. I'm sure that'll go great. There'll be no problem.
I saw chat would be like,
your mods are like, fucking. I know the chats are like, oh, I hunted. As I hunted.
But you found it.
I found it.
And you found it.
Yeah, it was
an accident, dude. I'm like unboxing it, and I'm like, holy shit, this thing's accurate. It's Gavin McGinnis. Can we just tell him?
Yeah, sure.
I got my Gollum 1/6 scale. It's the awesome version. It's awesome. So you get two versions. You get Smeagol head and you get Gollum head. And there's a nice diorama you put them on. That's got like a little pond that looks like a fucking pond with a fish in it. So he's got crazy face and nice face. And as I'm pulling them out, because dude, they haven't made a 1/6 Gollum ever. We've been asking for it. Don't know why. I think it was a rights issue. Not really sure. They finally did it. Finally got it. Great. As I'm pulling it out, his flaps up, and I'm like, oh shit, he's got a dick.
Got a dick.
He's got a dick. Was that necessary?
Which means Gollum can get erections.
That was the part they were really missing. He really puts the extended in the extended edition.
Oh,
of course, and I've got the Gollum emoji for members. By the way, Bashi Washi has already gifted 60 freaking memberships to the stream. So Bashi Washi, mega thank you. 20, 40, 60. And Martino Smaunai, the Suave Squiz, with another 10. So there's already been 70 gifted memberships before we even started this stream.
And it's thanks to that we can see spamming of Gollum heads.
And thanks to that,
trigger me and Az's PTSD.
Yeah.
It kind of. Yeah. No, you're right. Actually.
Yeah. The game wasn't that accurate, right?
Pretty triggering.
Az, just wait. Eventually, people will be like, "You need to play it for its 1 year anniversary or something." People will ask you to. Just wait. I wonder if it's had any updates.
I'll put that picture in Discord.
No, dude, the studio's been shut down.
I think they halted development on everything. Not even.
Yes. They're now just publishers only, and Bashawashi just gives in another 20.
Those
80 memberships. Bash Wash, you're insane, sir. Insane in a lovely way.
Gollum is what we call abandonware.
Yes, I have been through a struggle today.
Oh, my struggle.
I have this is gonna shock a lot of Americans in the audience, by the way. This is gonna shock. I have just come from the dentist.
Wait, they had you have those
you
over
have
there?
dentists in the UK? Yes, waiting for that one. Thank you. Yes, we have dentists in the UK.
Reputations are earned. Just saying.
So so I have been violated in the mouth today.
Yeah, our dentists aren't like American ones. They do weird stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Mine was getting real sort of
familiar.
Well,
usually involves zipping down my pants.
Not that sort of familiar. She was saying to me, she was like,
okay, well then it's all right.
So we're going in for a deep clean. I'm like, okay. And I'm going to use the electric remover. So I'm like, okay. And she says, if at any point it gets uncomfortable, I just want you to raise your hand up.
And if at any point,
what do you mean uncomfortable?
Turn into a giant pussy, raise your hand.
Then she says, and I quote, "The suction's not working very well today. So we're going to try and suck as best we can."
You got to be laughing, right? You're not laughing?
I am not laughing because she's holding an electric tool to my mouth and
some
telling me that
really into that. As that would just really turn some people on. I'm just saying.
She said, if at any point you feel like you're drowning, just raise your hand.
So this might feel a little bit like waterboarding.
Exactly what I said. I said, I thought I was coming here for a clean. I didn't know I was coming here for a waterboarding. And she said, well, I told you we'd get the truth.
Yeah.
One
way or another.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
she's fine. That's good.
Yeah, she was good. I am still, by the way, drooling. So if you see a lot of spittle throughout the course of the stream, I've still got uncontrollable mouth drool because of having all the sucking of the mouth.
Yeah, it sucks getting all wet after being
sucked.
That's
Az's story, and he's sticking
and I'm sticking to it. And it, like, when she finished, I have never had this done by a dentist before. Normally when a dentist finished, they just immediately press the button on the chair, you rise up and they go, feel free to wash your mouth out.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Wash your mouth out. Book another appointment, give us more money. When she finishes, she's like, leant over and she finishes the last bit. finishes the last bit. And then she takes the towel, which is around my neck, and she just goes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dabbing it around my face, and I'm sort of there like, I've never had this sort of service at a dentist before, you know.
Maybe it was she cleaned up like all the blood and didn't tell you.
Good move real quick.
Yeah, don't move.
This is great. Don't you worry about it. You're looking.
Yeah, great. This is great. This is great. By the way, that is drool, not blood. That is red drool.
Yeah.
So
ask that about my thumbnails too. Is that drool or is it? Gonna have to ask Perry.
Oh my!
I'm feeling feeling good. Yeah,
that's good. I feel like a lot of us, you know, because of COVID and shit was closed down, are getting caught up on a lot of things this year.
I'm getting caught up on the dentist.
I did too. I have one appointment left, and it's like my 8th appointment.
I got 2 more. I got 2 more.
0.
2 more.
So I guess I win.
You're all up to date.
I've had a checkout at some point, but that was fine. Yeah.
Well, Eldritch gods don't have teeth.
I was gonna say that could be the key to it. I don't actually have teeth.
Yeah,
there's an Eldritch. There's like the Eldritch god of dentists, but he is the most evil.
I ate my dentist. They didn't appreciate it, but I mean, you know, energy is energy, right?
True.
Yeah. It ain't cheap though. This stuff is just not cheap.
Oh, dentists are not cheap.
Not cheap.
My clean today cost less than my evaluation or whatever last Thursday. And then she said, I want you back in 2 weeks to continue because we need 2 more appointments for this. I was like, okay. So I'm going to be back in 2 weeks paying more money. And then probably 2 weeks after that, paying even more money. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hail, Dentasta, this man.
Dentalisto.
Yes. Now, we only have you for 2 hours today, Gary?
Yeah, and we just wasted 10 minutes of it talking about Dennis and Gollum's dick.
Let's waste some more then.
Let's waste some more.
Let's talk about my dick.
Okay, I apologize. Yeah, I'm a little behind on work from all my travel.
That's okay. Mauler, I've already thought of a good thing for Mauler and I to do for the last hour then.
Oh, wonderful.
Maybe not for Mauler, but for me.
Really?
I am, as of right now, 4 hours, 41 minutes into the YMS EFAP.
Jesus, I'm surprised you got that far.
I honestly, no. Obviously, we've spoken on the phone, and I've let you know exactly how I feel. I did not think I would make it. I thought it was great. I thought it was great, and all his takes were superb. I didn't think I'd make it to 4 hours 41 minutes, but it's getting all emotional now. So. We'll talk about that.
Well, your take sucks. That's what the channel should be now. Your take sucks.
Oh, Gary, you would
dude,
you wouldn't be able to handle it. If I remember correctly, he rated Raiders. I think he gave it like I don't want to misrepresent, but I'm pretty sure he gave Raiders a 5 out of 10 and Dial of Destiny a 4 out of 10.
Okay, yeah. Can't imagine.
Could I just say, Mr. Van Gaddis with $100 says, Hail Rebusy, not a comic guy, but got the Bionicle comics from 2001 to 2010. Looked the same as when I got them as a wee lad. After flipping through them, I think I finally understand how you feel when going through old comics from your childhood. Best wishes to all of you. That is, you've just put in a very generous super chat exactly why digital comics will never, ever take over from floppies. Ever. 10% at best. Every year, 10%.
If that. And a lot of that is people who get the physical comic and they buy it to have a backup to read on a plane or something like that. Yeah, it's just...
Yes. Yeah.
When it was introduced, I was never worried about it.
No.
Now, we could talk about like the electronic media coming into a medium and flipping it on its head and decentralizing it, and then it eventually reforms into something smaller. That's what the music industry has done. That's what publishing, it's happened to publishing. And like when you see dollars, adjust them for inflation. Publishing is not doing as well as it was 20 years ago. Music not nearly doing as well as it did 20 years ago. Movies, same thing. Comic books, same thing. Simon & Schuster's being sold. So if it's profitable, why is it being sold? Yeah, it's what Hollywood is going through right now. Yeah, digital comics never. It's a tactile experience. You need to hold them. You need to love them. You need to smell them. You need to read them. You need to put them in little bags with boards.
100%. Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
I came across something today. Cleaning out the attic at the moment. Mr. Porkchop's here.
What's up, Mr. Porkchop?
Mr. Porkchop. Okay, just seeing if you're still here or not.
Is it?
He's still here. He's still slaving away.
Is his wife Mrs. Porkchop?
His wife is my sister.
So it's Mrs. Porkchop? Is that what you call her?
Yeah. No, we don't. Yeah. Not if we want to live, we don't. But we found some paper from America in the attic today, and I want to know, Mr. Beekler, what can that get me over in your country?
A little wink from a stripper.
Hey,
so
you stick it in her underwear, but not much.
What
Not
will it
much
get
after
sticky in the underwear?
Yeah.
wait, the underwear gets sticky?
It's weird. I was asked that question by Dollar Store Bane at Anime Matsuri, and I said kind of the same thing.
No, sorry, he's watching the stream on his phone on the stairs, and I'm here.
And he's got the delay.
He's looking at me and laughing, and he's got a delay there, but he's watching the stream on his phone. You gonna say hello? Gonna say hello? Oh, off! They can't smell you. No, he's been working real hard today in the attic.
Excuse me.
So
hello,
Mr.
Hello.
Trump.
Yeah, that was very lovely seeing you in IKEA. It wasn't gay at all. So hope you had wonderful meatballs there.
He said that you're gay.
Oh, okay.
And that you love meatballs or something.
That's pretty much it. I mean, you just left you out.
I mean, for an introduction, but I would have gone with hi.
Cheers.
How you doing? I'm Gary. But
I'm Gary, by the way.
I'm Gary. You're gay and you like Swedish meatballs. Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Okay.
That's what you get for hanging out with
greeting.
That's what you get for hanging out with ass.
Yes. Yeah. This is why I have to watch the stream though to hear what you guys. Because it's like wrestling. You don't have the commentators in your ear when you're there at the stadium. You're just hearing the men bouncing around in the ring. So all you're getting is
wrestling.
So you're saying you should never go and see wrestling in person?
Never go see wrestling live. Sucks. You can't hear the commentators. No, it's wonderful. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, we found all sorts of wonderful things in the attic today.
Good. You found a dollar, an American dollar.
I found a Batman.
Oh, hey.
You know. Oh,
these are the things I got at Comic-Con. Yeah, these are badass. These are kind of like
Mezco X, yeah.
Yeah, but they're as big as Migos. And they're just
and expensive as Hot Toys.
Almost as yeah, these are like $75 each. They're fucking ridiculous, but I had to get them.
Wow, who's that? That's not how she looked in Gotham Knights.
Well, obviously, it'd be played by a boy who was some actor's daughter. And,
as I watched all of Gotham Knights, you know that
I didn't. 4 episodes gone.
The show's
tapped down.
Look at this one though, dude.
Oh, got a hat. Nice, Nicholson joke. Yes. Oh, that's good. That's good.
We gotta keep Batman.
Oh.
That's pretty much like the only figures I bought. I got a couple. Well, I got that Red Sonja 1/6 scale, which was
yeah. I've got to clean up a Nightfall Batman, but I've got to clean up a Nightfall Batman.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a proper Batman. That's what Batman looks like. That's what the next freaking movie should look like.
Yes,
that is Batman.
You guys like the blue, don't you?
One of the Keaton suits is gray, lighter gray with blue pants, blue cape and cowl. One of the Keaton suits that we see for about a millisecond in the Flash.
Yep.
If that comes out as a buyable Hot Toy, I will get it. But judging by the way that the Flash has performed at the box office, I don't know if Hot Toys are going to risk doing anything else.
What do you mean?
I'm judging the 1/6 scale market right now. It's not going to be good. Petroleum-based product in China, which is having major workforce issues right now. The 1/6 scale market's in trouble. Big trouble.
Mike, I got an email today from Sideshow saying, "Hey, your wait list has popped for the Spider-Man 2 video going Spider-Man. You've got until the 17th if you want to claim it." And I'm like, I don't know whether not to do it or not.
I'm not claiming shit anymore. I'm done. Although my Richard E. Grant Loki is awesome. It's so cool. It's proper. But after getting losing my shorts on Big Chief Studios. No, thanks. I'm done.
1,600 quid down the Swanee.
Yep.
Swan's got it?
Quid down. Yeah.
After lying to us for like 2 years.
Yes.
Like, straight up fucking lying to us. Yeah.
But happy to take pre-orders and clearly knowing what was going to happen.
And we're taking pre-orders up to a week ago. They were still taking. You could have pre-ordered something like when that was announced. Do not pre-order anything from Big Chief Studios. You will not get it.
I don't actually think you can. I don't think Big Chief's websites. Yeah,
they shut it down.
I don't think they're even. They're not even take. You can't even purchase stock items. So I think when they said we're working with it, I think administrators are actually in now, so they have to take a stock inventory for liquidation and whatnot.
Yeah,
they're not trying to get out of administration. They are trying to liquidate with administration. Yay! Bastards. Absolute bastards.
Don't you mean gay?
Yes.
They're late and gay.
Mm-hmm.
Not as gay as fucking YMS was.
Well, he is gay. I'm pretty sure he's bisexual.
Oh, well, there you go. It was a statement of fact. It was a statement.
Miles Morales is Miles Morales, and YMS is gay. There you go.
He's gone GHEY though now after that episode.
Is Gollum cut? The chat.
Is Gollum cut?
It's not that detailed, I don't think. I can't really tell. Just pop them right in the head. Right
and when I start talking about Snow Brown, then you can start bringing the gun into my head. Yeah.
It's a bit of a slow news week when Disbrew asked this yesterday, and by the way, I have a backlog of this stuff from years ago, from stuff that clips I didn't use. There's enough clips out there of actors being freaking morons that will last us a year easily. They can shut up for the next year. We'd be fine.
It's funny, like talking about a slow week. It's like I've been fucking constantly doing shit. I'm trying to get that video out too. It's just like I'm just sitting getting stressed out all these deadlines. It's like that's slow week.
That's related to somebody going after Drinker, and your video is from something in the past that I can't wait for, and it's really good. But for those of us who somewhat cover the new stuff, kind of a dead period till Ahsoka.
Maybe that's good that my stuff comes out when everything's dead.
Hey, everybody. Dude, no, Blue Beetle is not gonna like bump any algorithms or anything other than like a couple of flop videos, and it'll be pretty much forgotten.
I mean, who's gonna see?
Right.
That's one of those ones, Gary. You need to cover it within a half hour of its release to make sure people even remember it exists.
That's why I didn't do Shazam 2. I'm like, hey, it was a 5 out of 10. Like really bad direct to video DVD movie from 2004. Wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm not going to bother.
You guys saw the quote from Zachary Levi, right?
Yep.
That shit's
Hey Zachary, did you watch a film called Shazam 2?
I mean, what can you say at that point? Like he's like, support good films like Shazam 2, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but his overall point is good, and he's getting slammed for it. And Charlie Kaufman goes out, makes the same exact point, doesn't get shit. That tells you that's Hollywood's massive blind spot right now. Is they're starting to. I'm going to spoil a little bit in my next video. They're starting to go away from navel gazing and starting to get a little introspective and retrospective. They're trying to figure out what's going on. What's the reason for this? Or are they doing a fearless and searching moral inventory of the exact nature of their wrongs? Or are they running out of fucking money? Well, they're running out of fucking money and they're trying to figure it out. And in figuring out, they almost get there. And then there's something that's right in front of them that they won't see. So you remember from Life of the Universes and everything, the somebody else's problem field, which is like a cloaking device, which is there's a giant ship filled with evil cricket players that want to destroy the Earth, and nobody on Earth can see it because they just can't function. They're like, I don't understand this. It's somebody else's problem. And it's very British. So they just like don't see it. That's what Hollywood has right now when it comes to attacking the fucking audience. Okay. They're like, there's something missing in this equation that I can't quite figure out. And it's like, well, have you tried once looking back at all of your actors, producers, or writers being fully supportive of these corporations and basically saying, we don't need half of our audience for 5 or 6 years? Has that crossed your fucking mind? No, it's capitalism run out of control. And I won't spoil the ending of my video, but they are proposing something far worse. Like the strike could lead to something horrible that could affect us all as content creators. Not saying it's going to happen, but it's being floated out there. Stay tuned.
It's going to let the aliens take over, right?
What was that?
They're not going to let the aliens take over, are they?
No, actually, this is Neil Breen's time to shine. During this, I didn't notice. I didn't know he had a new one coming out, and I was so excited last night. I messaged you guys. I'm like, oh my god, he's got a new video. He's got a new movie. Neil Breen.
I've never seen one. Never will. Thank you, Neil.
Dude, there's something else.
Yes, I watched the Red Letter Media videos. When they watch, but I'm happy to let them watch Neil Breen. I'm good.
The new one is about a guy who goes to an asylum and with a bunch of crazy people. The worst part
is Neil Breen,
dude. I know, and gives them superpowers to enlighten humanity. But the thing is, he walks into the asylum and you can see it's a green screen that has random people laying around like acting crazy that were filmed separately. So bad, I laughed my ass off.
I mean, to be fair, it's like the lower end of what Marvel do. Like,
it really is.
Yes, yeah.
It's like I look
remember
at the whole
Illuminati scene. It's like all of them filmed separately or whatever, didn't they?
Yep.
Yes, it was. Yes.
Oh fuck! Have we talked about the new Illuminati that's going to be happening? That's rumored.
What's the new Illuminati? Is it all?
So the rumor I read was in Deadpool 3, because it's taking place in the same universe from Doctor Strange 2. There's going to be like an anti-Illuminati as a sort of vengeful, basically like instead of Charles now, because he's dead, it'll be Magneto. Instead of, theoretically anyway, Reed Richards, it would be like Doom or something. Like it's going to be like the evil Illuminati.
I wouldn't be surprised because I think it's going to be. So there's a comic book that came out a long time ago called The Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Remember that comic? Then they did a Deadpool one. And I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to have Deadpool and Wolverine kill like the Marvel universe. So whatever's left over, they're going to kill it. And it's going to be
leftover,
fun and ironic and whimsical. And Ryan said it could be fun. I guess it could be, but it could also be the end of the superhero movie. Because as I've said about Deadpool in the past, Deadpool is a parody. He's turned into a parody. He used to be a regular superhero. He is now a parody, a postmodern, ironic parody of superheroes. It's basically for people who kind of move past superheroes, who are kind of, because people do that. People get tired of them. They move past it and they start liking Deadpool and the boys. Sure. I don't know how mature. I wouldn't call the boys like mature. I like the comic book. I wouldn't call it mature. I don't think it's mature to say the F word and cut heads off and have like an Adam-like character like butt rape a guy. I don't consider that mature. But that's what Deadpool is. So Deadpool's the end game of comic books before it like either reinvents, and that's why he popped up in popularity and then sank in popularity over time. So I never really liked the character that much. And it's I think it'll probably, I don't know if it'll do well or not. I don't have any faith in Disney. I think it'll suck.
I mean, I think that's a fair assumption.
There's not much faith from this department. I don't know. I think we're in trouble again, and everybody's riding on the fact that it's Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Come on.
It's also being rushed.
Yeah, well, dude, everything's working against this movie. If it turns out to be really good, that'll be awesome. But I don't know.
I think being 50-50, I mean, be 50-50 as a fan, not telling you what to do, but I think that is being extremely kind to Disney Marvel.
I think if Ryan Reynolds doesn't lampoon the fact that this is now Disney and not Fox, it's not going to work.
Well, okay. Deadpool 2 is fine, but it's noticeably worse than Deadpool 1. Like, it is not nearly as good as Deadpool 1.
Yo.
Deadpool 3 is being made by a couple of the same people and a bunch of Disney Marvel people. And you know who's not involved? Tim Miller. Tim Miller, who was a dipshit with Terminator Dark Fate, but did a good job with Deadpool. Directing.
You know what Marvel thinks funny? She-Hulk?
Exactly.
And the upcoming Marvels.
And some of the things Tim Miller was against were the worst parts of Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2. Kid. And although I did like the Juggernaut in Deadpool 2.
Oh, look great. Yeah.
Great. It's really fucking hard for me to separate Dark Fate from him. Like that movie.
Oh yeah, that was the Dark Fate on his career.
Haven't seen it. Ain't gonna see it.
Dude, it is as bad as Last Jedi. It's as bad as Star Trek Discovery. It's as bad, almost as bad as The Timeless Children. It is like one of the worst deconstructions of a character of all fucking time. Period.
Nightmare for any Terminator fan.
Nightmare scenario. John Connor killed within the first 3 minutes, and they made the Terminator like an allegory for like a guy, what a guy needs to do after he raped a woman.
Dude, Carl.
That's
the Terminator. That's Artie in that film. He's Carl.
Schrodinger's cat. Was it Schrodinger's or Schrodinger's cat? What's that?
Schrodinger.
So it's called Schrodinger's rapist. That's the term. By the way, the Mary Sue explained it perfectly. It's the one article they did right, was explaining the intersectional feminism in Terminator Dark Fate to a T. By the way, he was a draper. That was his job. He was a draper. He put up drapes. So it was real subtle. Super subtle.
Right. And
don't forget the Sarah Connor stuff, Gary.
And Sarah Connor, anti-natalist, hated being a mom. They just use your body for the kid.
I was losing my shit with that. I couldn't believe it. I love Sarah Connor, as one of the most dedicated mothers that has to save humanity with his son, being like, they only like you because of your womb. So I was like, what the fuck? Oh, and the girl that was the key to everything as well.
It's also a lazy trick of fucking bad writing. Is like, we need forced drama, so when we do a sequel, and this goes way back, by the way, all the characters are always with different girls. They always end up divorced or dead. Austin Powers made fun of it perfectly in Austin Powers 2.
Oh no, my eyes are gone sideways.
Yeah.
I just realized, it's like, holy shit, wait a minute. There was another Terminator movie after Genesis.
Yeah, yes, Genesis was fucking awful as well.
Yes.
Genesis went back and decanonized T2.
Yeah.
The fact that they had the balls to do that was insane.
Yeah.
And Dark Fate just made it a direct, then it decanonized gynecologist. 3,
4, and 5. Yeah.
And then it made it a direct sequel to Terminator 2, where essentially they failed.
I mean, it is unbelievable to be like, hey guys, hey fans of Terminator, I know we don't like T3, do we? We don't like Salvation. We don't like Genesis. Okay, let's get rid of all of them and give you Dark Fate.
Okay,
like,
Salvation is Shakespeare compared to Dark Fate and
I think T3 is acceptable. I will allow it. Okay, but
only because the boobs grow. When the boobs grow, that makes it acceptable. I agree. No, there's only 2 Terminator movies. Yeah, but they Last Jedi'd it. They changed the name. It's not it's not the Empire. It's the First Order. They changed. I forgot what they changed the name of Skynet.
They changed it from Skynet, one of the most legendary, awesome names ever, to Legion.
Legion. I know that. Right. Yeah, and I love that. I heard some sound bites, and I did like the way they said, "Oh, it's gonna be different. We're really changing the story." We changed John Connor to a Hispanic female, and we changed Skynet to Legion.
Who is like, who makes Amelia Clark look tall, by the way. When she was holding that gun, she looked like a child holding a gun. And then, yeah, and then like really subtle. We're gonna have an interconnected internet service, and we're gonna name it after a demon. Legion. We are Legion.
We are Legion.
Oh, it's so lame.
Beelzebub. Beelzebub Fiber. I'm gonna sign up.
Do you want a palette cleanser?
Yeah.
Some of the most embarrassing like writing decision as well, creativity decision, right? Because T3 is just T2 again. Salvation is an attempt to do something really new, but doing the thing everyone had kept asking for. Movie about the war. Do a movie about the war. Have a movie about the war.
Yeah.
They did it. It did okay. There's stuff in it that I like, stuff in there I don't like. You know.
Oh, good for you.
Then
the best part is a meltdown behind the scenes.
yeah, of course. That's the best scene in the movie that didn't make it in. But Genesis, we keep calling it like what that felt like a clip show that was like, isn't Terminator cool? But then accidentally like just destroys everything, I guess. Whether deliberate or not, is a fucking incompetent movie. And then Dark Fate comes in and does all of its shit. Point being, like, what do you do? What's the formula? And this is why I don't know what the fuck he was doing. So he wrote it, right, Tim Miller?
Yes, he wrote it with James Cameron. James Cameron wrote the story.
So it's like,
yeah, but really though,
we can't keep doing the Skynet story. Okay, it's played out. We can't keep repeating it. We can't keep doing that. It's like, okay, so we'll get rid of Skynet. They were successful. Skynet's defeated. Cool, but a Terminator slipped through and killed John. Oh, whoopsie. So what's the story about now? It's like, well, there's a new enemy that's exactly the same and does exactly the same things, and we need a new person to lead humanity, and it'll be a girl. And she's going to have the exact same role as John Connor. Basically...
hold on. Wait.
Oh, and you missed all the immigration, all the people in cages at the border that they had to throw. It was really...
Hold on.
Really cool.
If Skynet was defeated...
It was Terminator ESG.
But a Terminator slipped through and killed John Connor. Wouldn't that undefeat Skynet?
They basically just, like, if I remember correctly, they said like a couple of them were also sent back along with the guy from T2. Like the T1000. They were saying like there was a couple of Arnie's sent back to kill John as well, and that Sarah was always like looking out for those guys. But I hate that scene. I can still see it in my head.
But if the Terminator goes through, kills John Connor, then Skynet wins because they changed the past.
No, because that Terminator became a Draper, so.
So the Terminator. Wait, no, okay, no, wait. As after the Terminator killed John Connor, it was free of Skynet because Skynet had already been defeated, and it started getting introspective and retrospective and turned almost human.
But wouldn't it cause a fraction in a new timeline where Skynet wins? No, because Skynet was already defeated in the Terminator 2.
It's just like a lone robot walking through life, becoming a Draper.
Get it right, as.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't care.
Makes sense.
But if John Connor's dead in the past, he doesn't become the John Connor to defeat Skynet.
But Skynet
they chose to say that T2 was that they defeated Skynet fully by destroying Miles Dyson's work, right?
Yep.
This is what I mean about like people who respect quote unquote the law, and then you're like, how did you think showing us John Connor getting shredded by a shotgun as a kid was something that everyone wants to see?
That apparently was a James Cameron decision.
Good God.
Hey,
James Cameron, Ridley Scott. I mean, Cameron, finish your fucking avatars, whatever. The normies love that shit. It's like catnip for normies. But Ridley Scott, retire.
Let's get demonetized, but let's get a palate cleanser because of it. Okay. Are you ready for this?
Okay.
You ready?
Right. I'm always ready, as. Born ready.
Born ready.
I can barely hear it.
That's your problem, you deaf bastard.
Well, I can barely hear it.
Can you hear it though?
Oh yeah.
So there is sound coming through.
There is.
Well, that's. So somebody's working on a project to do a silent movie version of Batman.
Sounds like a fun hobby.
It does. It does. I think it needs tighter cuts.
It needs tighter cuts. It doesn't need to be every cut from the movie. Actually,
Yeah.
It needs to be a much shorter. It needs some grain. I would do sepia. I wouldn't even do like and maybe it's in the early stages. And they need the title cards. They need like every time they speak. We need a
thing at the bottom.
Taxi. Oh, come on, you know.
Really, put that map away. We look like tourists.
Yep.
I think Batman is one of the films I might be able to recite line for line.
Right. Do you have the Batman the old serials and stuff on DVD?
You're talking the black and whites.
Yeah, back in the old days.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of them. Somebody sent me some Shazam and Batman, and they're fucking awesome, dude.
And the movies, Batman versus, is it the Wizard? Batman versus the Wizard's one of them?
The Grand Wizard. Yeah, he's fighting right.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right.
Really unfortunate.
He's fighting the Cuckoo Klux Klan. Cuckoo Klux Klan.
Did you? No, I don't even want to bring it up. I don't want to bring it up.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay.
I don't know if I brought up Gollum's dick. I don't want to destroy the show. Never mind.
Sure.
Doot. Backing up on that one.
Beep.
Oh,
That's
for those
okay.
of you from countries where you don't have motorized vehicles, that is a trash truck in reverse. Beep, 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 beep. Or a forklift, or or a really fat lady. Lizzo.
Oh, we don't speak of her no more.
Oh,
She's evil now.
She really got canceled, didn't she?
Well, now that we know now that the public knows what she's like, they always knew what she was like, but now the public know what she's actually like. Now that's a problem. They don't mind when people don't know.
The hypocrisy of Hollywood that we are all aware of now, that we all expected, but thanks to social media, we've gotten to know our movie stars and our pop stars intimately, and they're a bunch of fucking dumb assholes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they are.
Like Miss Zegler. She's young though. She's young.
22, right?
Yep. Kid.
Dumb as fuck.
Yep.
I don't care that you're 22, right? I think there are plenty of 22-year-olds out there that
aren't dumb
have the have the couple of bits of gray matter to understand that when you're shitting all over a beloved movie that's 85 years old, that stood the test of time because it's a classic.
A story that's older, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is it going back to Hans Christian Andersen?
Yeah, it's like 1900s.
Yeah. So when you're dealing with that, and then you get some stupid intersectional prat that's just like, oh my god, it doesn't like have today's like messages.
1812. Oh,
Shut up.
Thank you.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking pie hole, you stupid cow. And even if she is dumb, where is the management team? Where is the person that stepped in saying,
that's the problem.
Rachel, you need to stop this. This is a beloved film. You need to be telling how you're paying homage. We're changing some things, but we're paying homage.
The marketing team is feeding that to her.
Brothers Grimm, thank you.
Yes. The marketing team is feeding that to her. And you know what? She could say no. There are instances of I don't like Miss Marvel, but the young actress who's in Miss Marvel is actually a Marvel Comics fan. And when she was actually she was biting back at Kevin Feige about like, no, the MCU is not the 616, fun stuff like that. Like that's respectable. Okay. That's very respectable. But mostly all you have to say is this is a classic. This is literally the film that made Disney. I believe it's the first animated feature. This is one of the films that made Hollywood what it is right now. You show nothing but reverence. That's all you need to do, and we're going to do the best job we can. We're going to do the best job we can. That's all you got to fucking say. But no, she comes out there all, oh my, like a fucking entitled bitch, mean girl. Like, oh my god, that story is like so old, and they're not going to be saved by the prince because intersectional feminism, because motherhood is lame, and having a career and living with 9 cats in your future and a dusty vagina is the future for all women. Yay!
You're talking about, we've been talking about for a long time about Disney are now hitting flop after flop after flop after with every film. It's not just, I think my thing's gonna
handful of exceptions, but yes,
handful of exceptions, but they are the MC. My fucking camera's gone out of whack, and I've got the focus turned off, so I have to turn the focus back on to get the camera to focus in, so I can turn the focus back off. Focus. Boom. Doom. Now you're off. Fuck out of here. Focus. Right. So yeah, handful of exceptions, but the most part it's just failure after failure after failure after failure. Particularly when it's come to the live action remakes now. That ship has sailed.
Well, exactly? But what's the main? I mean, for one, they're cheap fucking ways to just basically cannibalize your own content. But what's the through line on this? What's the underlying message? Is all of we
have no originality.
There's none, but they're taking out the one key component is their romances. There's a boy and a girl. It's very heteronormative, but the not so secret gay agenda.
So's the world, Gary.
And the intersectionalism will not allow it. So that's why you have some dumb 22-year-old know nothing unibrow actress come out and say Snow White in our film becomes the leader she knew her father. Like, what? So is it going to be General fucking Snow White? Well,
yes.
One, we've already done this. They've already fucking done this movie. I don't know if it was Disney or not, but they've done this movie.
God damn it, wasn't it?
It was what's her face from Twilight. I watched it. Snow White and the Huntsman, right?
Oh,
yeah.
So they've already done this. So this is the second time around. They're like, we'll make it intersectional. We'll make it more. Like the whole basis of the story is falling in love at the end. That's it. But girls can't like that here because that's too heteronormative. Oh my god!
Again, I reiterate, the world is very heteronormative.
It is. The vast majority of people in the world are heteronormative. That's why we're here. Okay. Doesn't mean however you were made, you're fine as an individual. But if you start going out and trying to erase things that are just facts, that's when people start having a problem.
I know.
I was having a talk with Nerdrotic Jr. today. He was asking me that question. We were talking about transmissions in sports, and I said, "Well, it's not about it. Well, it's manual or automatic." And I said, "Well, it's not real. It's about the erasure of women. It's also about the erasure of gay people, because we were talking about are people born gay or not." And I said, "Yes, they are. They're born gay." As a matter of fact, Mrs. Nerdrotic is out thrift shopping right now.
I got
with some
$20 in my pocket.
Having a good old time. And yes, people are born that way, and good. That's great. But we still need to make babies. There's nothing wrong with being heteronormative, and considering that Disney's like this family brand,
they are anti-family right
They are
now.
Anti-family at this point. And that's the perception. Disney might not believe that. I don't give a fuck what they believe. Reality is perception, and they are a tainted brand. Anything associated with them is now a tainted brand, and that includes Marvel and Lucasfilm, who certainly done their part. But Disney doesn't even have its own. It doesn't have an identity anymore, other than being anti-family. So good luck. Watch BlackRock divest in them after ESGing them into oblivion. And they're about to sell linear TV. They're going to start selling stuff. They're not going to sell Star Wars or Marvel. Forget it. Not going to happen. Because they'll keep those assets. And even if somebody came in and bought Disney, they imagine how much Disney would be worth without Star Wars and Marvel. Not much. Not much.
What? No, I mean, what they got to play with. I mean, well, Lucasfilm's pretty much dead.
Yep.
I think Indiana Jake proved that.
Yeah.
Star Wars, which is part of Lucasfilm, is going nowhere. So that's, we'll bundle that all in. Lucasfilm's dead.
As Ahsoka is going to totally save Star Wars this time. Right after Kathleen Kennedy's fired.
Well, goes to show how idiotic and useless you are as fans. Anakin Skywalker is coming back again.
Because that works so well in Obi-Wan.
It did. Everyone watched and loved it.
Everybody loved it.
Cynical.
Universally. Yeah, you're just being a hater. Don't fall asleep. I know we're talking about Star Wars. Drink some caffeine or something.
Oh no. Are you making him watch Ahsoka? I always forget.
Yes.
that resigned nod.
Yes. I'm making him watch Ahsoka. I know. I'm so mean. I'm such a taskmaster making the pop culture guys cover pop culture stuff.
Why can't you just let him watch Indiana Jones over and over again?
I know.
The trilogy, of course, not anything.
Dude, you don't think I just want to live the rest of my life watching old Doctor Who, Farscape, Babylon 5, old Star Trek, and just fuck all this shit? That'd be nice someday. Watching Clarkson's Farm on a loop. I would rather do all of that than watch Strange New Worlds, which I'm watching right now.
How's that going?
Oh, fuck. Autistic Spock and Tweaker Kirk. Written by functional retarded people. And each episode rips off Robert Marbonet's right. Each episode rips off something from the original series and prison rapes it.
Wasn't so bad. It got brought up on Open Bar and it gave me an excuse to talk about Once More With Feeling. Give everyone an excuse to talk about Once More With Feeling. So that was nice.
Which is great. Scrubs had a good musical episode.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, there's a couple of shows.
But Scrubs was a very well written show.
Scrubs was brilliant show. Okay, flat out brilliant show.
Dr. Cox was a genius.
Oh yeah, comedies are very easily dismissed, but things like Frasier, Scrubs, exceptionally well written comedies. Exceptionally well written.
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny's phenomenal.
Yeah. Always Sunny's good. We can't have that.
Cheers, remember Cheers?
Fucking Cheers.
Roseanne.
Roseanne was great. Married with Children in the early days.
Married with Children was again great. Yeah.
Good stuff. Seinfeld. Brilliant.
Golden Girls was super. I love the Golden Girls. Thank you for being a friend. Boom, travel down the road and back again. Heart is true. Fuck yeah.
Rewatching Buffy. I haven't got past that 5th episode yet, but God, that was great. It was great just hanging out with Mrs. Neurotic. It's like the old days because we used to watch Buffy together. She got me in the Buffy, Mahler.
Back in 1987, I would have loved to have been in Buffy.
In 87?
97.
97. Definitely 97.
In 87, I don't know what I would have done with my penis. But...
Well, I liked the movie when it came out. I did.
I don't hate the movie.
It's fine.
Donald Sutherland didn't give a shit, though.
No.
Which is kind of funny.
Do you think that Joss Whedon cast him because of Keith for Lost Boys?
Maybe.
Well, it was just fun. I mean, the title was funny at the time. It was like Buffy the Vampire.
Yeah.
It looked like some cheerleader killing vampires. So it was something new and funny, and it was just going to be a dumb teenage comedy, which it was. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What's Majiggy? What's her name? Who played Buffy in that?
Kristen Swanson.
Kristen Swanson, based as fuck.
Based and hot.
Based
And
AF. Based and hot filled.
Hotter. Okay. So just that adds points. It does. You could be like a 6, and if you're based, you can get up to an 8.5, 9. Easy.
No problem.
No problem. It's kind of like cosplayers. It's kind of like cosplayers. Mid get really hot.
Mid girl puts on a t-shirt outfit. 9 out of 10.
Dude, that ass shot that I sent you, was that Tifa? I don't know. I mean, all those
No.
Okay.
That looked like Leafa from Sword Art Online.
Oh, I totally mixed up Leafa and Tifa. Whoops. All I saw is there's this giant statue of an anime fucking girl like bending over, and this giant ass shot is staring at me. I'm like, oh, I thought of Az. Boop. And I took a picture, sent him an ass shot from Anime Matsuri.
I think my reply was buy it to Gary.
It was
buy
not
them
for sale.
all.
I asked, and it was not for sale.
Ah, Leaf. It's not Leaf. Was it Leaf? It's Leaf something.
Antifa. Yeah, no, that wasn't Antifa.
No, I don't want to go in anywhere near Antifa.
Oh no, you can smell Antifa a mile away.
Hold on. Sword
Web tier anime
online
weebs.
Yeah, it is Leafa. That's right. Thank you. Yeah,
there you go. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Congrats.
Oops. Sword Art Online's amazing, and if you don't think so, I ain't got time for you.
Okay.
Leafa. I said Leafa.
Sword Art Online. Is that the one where they get sucked into a game?
If we're going Leafa or sorry, I've got to weep for a second with the audience. If we're going Leafa or Asuna, it's got to be Asuna. Asuna. It's got to be Asuna. Come on.
What? She had the best ass.
Should have. I mean,
her name.
As that's the one where they get sucked into a game, right?
Yes. Well, they weren't sucked into a game. They were playing an online virtual reality online, and then they got locked in it.
Yeah. Isn't that like typically seen as one of the worst anime ever?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It doesn't sound sure.
I stay abreast of anime reputations, and as far as I know, Sword Art Online does not have a good reputation.
Well, it's very, very popular, and if you don't like it, that's just like your opinion, man.
It's not my opinion. I haven't seen it.
No, I'm talking. That's my response to anyone that doesn't like it. That's just like your opinion, man.
Makes sense.
Just like your opinion, man.
I like cringe. I
That's your defense of the anime. I like cringe.
No, somebody said SOA cringe. I like cringe though. You know, I like it. It's a genre. It's a genre, isn't it? It's like it's the Aggie, or I don't know. But it's a genre. It's a genre about getting stuck in video game.
My God, chat is so split. Do a poll.
Good or bad. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good idea. Good idea. Good idea.
What the public say.
Yeah. Poll time. Sword Art Online. Kirito Asuna. Okay. Sword Art Online. Yes. No. Yes. I think that's great. It's just Sword Art Online. No. Yes. No. Yeah. Boom. There you go. Sword Art Online. Yes. No. Great cut. It's nice to cover that. Oh, here, look what I discovered in my attic today.
Ooh,
look at that.
That's awesome.
On a canvas, so you can get it up on the wall. Oh yeah,
little Hulk theme today.
Ooh, yeah,
rampaging Hulk covers are the shit. All right,
hell yeah.
Look at this one. Look at this one.
Ooh,
Namor.
I don't often swim into xenophobic ethno states with shields around them, but when I do, I choose Wakanda. And your air smells so much better here.
Your air is so much better.
Shut the fuck up.
That's so retarded. Everything about it.
You had your dick photoshopped out of film.
Dude, Wakanda is like literally black supremacy. That's what
it is. It is. It's a black supremacist society. It's an ethno state
created by really guilty, like white people.
My favorite part is how much they judge the whole world for their horrible actions while they just let it all happen. Even to the people around them, their neighbors. They were just like, look at all of you evil people. We're fine though.
We're good. My fellow people on the continent starving to death, but we're good. We're good.
Oh, hold on. I'm just trying to bring something up to see. No, is this no? Damn it! I was trying to find the footage of the guy who's out on the street interviewing people, and he's interviewing people that think Wakanda's a real place. Honey, I've got one. Let's bring this up. I've got one. This isn't the video I was thinking of, but
Paris.
Let's try this, yeah?
Oh.
Name a country in Africa.
Wakanda.
Did you realize that's not
She's a country. Name a country in Europe. Paris. Name a country in Africa. Wakanda. Well, at least Wakanda's closer because it's a fucking country.
Niger.
a real place, right?
It is. It's true.
So how did you get there?
I slept and I would just woke up.
Name.
I've seen I've seen like people talking about how like geography is staggeringly stunted now, like knowledge on geography, and I'm guessing it's because of phones. Like people don't seem to feel the need to know anything about where anything is anymore.
Yeah, unless you're a weirdo like me who likes to go over Google Maps for fun to look for weird stuff, which I do.
Totally normal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is this it? I think I found it. I found it.
I look for like undiscovered. I haven't found any yet, but there's lots of meteor craters around. And I like in my spare time I look for them. I'm not.
I think this is it.
Is it time to bring the U.S. troops home from Wakanda?
I think we need a strong presence there. I think they should, they have a reason to be there.
Should we be involved in Wakanda right now?
No, I think we should resolve our own problems first, especially what's going on in the government.
What are people saying about the crisis in Wakanda?
They saying like it's like a big catastrophe, like it's a lot of bad things happening over there.
Should Wakanda be forced to share their vibranium?
No. It's theirs. It belongs to their country.
It belongs vibranium. We can't power fidget spinners or golf carts.
I'd say we need to find another way of doing that.
There you go. That was on Jimmy Kimmel, for fuck's sake.
That's fucking brilliant. I hope that's all real.
Oh, that's pretty fantastic.
That's pretty bring our troops home from Wakanda.
If you're walking around, like where his studio, where he does his show, you don't find the best and the brightest. We'll just
you want to ask him like, should Iron Man intervene in Wakanda to see if how far you can take it? Like,
should we bring our troops back from Wakanda?
God.
So you know that they interviewed like 2,000 people, and they're the only 4 people or whatever. But it's still, editing is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But we need the vibranium to power golf carts and fidget spinners.
Oh, fucking fidget spinners. Oh boy.
Hey, remember that trend?
No.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, I do.
Damn. And by the way, the Sword Art Online poll is insane. It's 49% yes, 51 no. So it is split. It is nearly split down the middle. That's 1,500.
Yeah, it's the TLJ of anime. So
it is. Well, exactly. I fall on the side of The Last Jedi is shit, which is also the same side that Sword Art Online is great, falls on. Asuna!
I can't see
Get
the
it
poll.
done!
I can't see the poll because I should be the tiebreaker if it ties.
No, you
I
can't
know
see the
nothing
poll because
about-
you're fucking blind.
All right,
You
well,
can't see it.
wow. Making fun of my blindness. That's really great. Thanks.
Yes, dude. I was in B&Q this morning, which is like Home Depot, I think, in America, and I'm trying to buy some stuff with Mr. Porkchop, and he's like, it's over there, and I'm like, dude, I can't. Everything's blurred. The whole fucking world is just blurred for me. I can't see anything.
Can't see shit. You're blind.
If it's here, I'm good. If it's past here,
was there a bunch of immigrants out front looking for work?
No.
So it's not like Home Depot in America.
Wow.
I'm just pointing out an objective truth.
I got a question to ask you both. Do I watch Blue Beetle on a big screen, or do I just watch Blue Beetle and get the fuck out on any screen?
Oh, however, dude, I'm not going to judge how you watch it. I don't care how you watch Ahsoka. I would recommend finding something where you can watch Ahsoka on double speed. The one thing Netflix allows you to do, thank God, is speed up stuff so I can like watch the last half of The Witcher again for editing purposes much faster and just get through it.
I'm actually going to be watching Ahsoka with a friend of mine.
Why did you submit them to that cruelty? What's going on,
dude? That's not a good first date. Okay, I'm just saying.
Trust me. No, this is a friend who is always there for me whenever there's a terrible TV show. They're called Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to watch it with him. I'm going to be watching Ahsoka with him.
You know what? I bought tickets to Blue Beetle because I'm taking Neurotic Jr. and to tell you how much of a disaster this movie is going to be. There was 2 theaters near me. It got one of the digital theaters. It did not get IMAX, obviously. And it got the second theater is like slightly bigger than my home theater. There's like 9 seats in this theater, dude. And we bought 2. So it's just going to be me and my kid at this little tiny closet of a theater. So on Thursday.
I don't even know if I'm going to do a review or just wait till Friday Night Tights. I've yet to make. I guess my decision will be made when I see it, because I don't think the film's going to be any good.
No.
But if it subverts my expectations and I actually enjoy it, I think I'm going to make a review. At the same time, if it's absolute garbage, I'm probably going to do a review.
Well,
but if it's just
then I'm not going to do one. Exactly. If it's 5 out of 10, no. But it's got there's a threshold either way. I totally agree with you.
I'll do a tweet though.
I'll do a tweet too. Especially now that we get paid for them.
Yes, saw Blue Beetle.
Just to let you guys know, I would Miles.
And then you get your
Morales
fucking movie ticket back in terms of money from that tweet. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I would Miles Morales as Miles Morales for free. Just to let you know, I would continue doing it for free because it's tons of fun.
You just set it to automatic once per 2 weeks or something.
I can.
But you did it for free.
I did it for free.
It was Twitter that said, "Hey, we're gonna pay you for that." Really?
I know. I couldn't believe it. What
I'm getting paid to shit post? Okay, okay.
Monetizing, right? I'm like, fuck. I'm gonna get $5. Whatever. I mean, that's cool. That's great. I hope. And by the way, you can do it too. You do have to sign up for the $8, but it was a good $8 investment. I've
made all my money back. I've made my money back.
Triggering Miles stands is, I love America. I really do.
You paid for Twitter. Yeah, because it makes you angry.
Yep. And all those thread motherfuckers and all those people who are like, you paid for your check mark. They're buying check marks now. You bet your ass. You bet your ass.
I saw an account where it's like, I think some journo or somebody, and in their bio they forgot to update their bio because it's like check mark, but they had a check mark. So it means they'd gone through a period where they're just like, I was a check mark, and they'd lost it, when everyone had their check marks taken away. But then they decided that they needed to pay to get their check mark back, but they didn't adjust their bio. Oh,
hey, the world didn't end when the check marks were taken away. He gets $1,000. Like if you want a yellow one, it's $1,000. And I think Ripa, the not Eric, but the Rippaverse has one because they can afford it. Good for them.
Oh, Rippaverse one that got perp.
Yeah,
a yellow. Sorry.
Yeah,
a piss mark.
By the way, yeah, I'm sipping for Eric today. Big time.
My stuff. Somebody in the chat said, "Hey, have you got your Isom 2 stuff yet? Because it's amazing." I haven't had a shipping notification yet.
It'll get there.
It's not the campaign's not even over and he's fulfilling. So I ain't complaining.
And I don't live that far away from him. I'm in the same state, so.
But I did order a T-shirt as well, so I think it's that one that Gary's wearing.
Yeah, this is a good shirt. Cat Street. Good hat.
Yeah.
Fucking great hat. Great hat.
Sorry. This might shock you, Gary, but I'm not one for things on the top of my head.
Really? Except for headphones and jizz.
Off of headphones and coom. What? What? Okay, I took the piss out of your eyesight. All right, okay. We're even now. All right, we're even. Hey,
Never.
Look here. Look. Have a New York taxi snow globe. Calm you down a bit. How about that? Does that calm you down a bit? There you go.
All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Just having fun. Neil Breen is gone.
Yeah, got $1.
Save it for Star. The stripper.
Oh. Is that the stripper that coomed on my head?
Yes, it was. It was also your dentist.
Oh no.
No.
Full circle, baby.
Well, I gotta say, today was the first time that I've ever been fucking face fucked before. I didn't realize it was gonna be by my
First
dentist.
time, huh?
First time. Yeah. I've seen clips of it, but I've never seen it as a movie.
I reviewed it on a live stream.
Oh, what do you think?
I liked half of it and didn't like half of it.
I am the exact same way. I really loved the literally Buster Scruggs, like that character. I thought it was great.
Was that the fastest gun and then he got killed? One.
Yeah, it's the story is just him fucking going through the West, narrowly avoiding death over and over and over and over again, and then he just gets killed. So, but there's loads of good shit in there for jokes. And then you've got the James Franco story, which has when you get to the first time shit, it's just as funny as the meme. So that's a pretty good fucking joke,
Yeah.
Very Coen Brothers joke.
I think that like all the stories, I'm trying to remember it because it's so long. All the stories had potential.
Mm-hmm.
But like not all of them landed for me. I
was
the gold one. I liked the gold one. I did. So that one I liked. But I can't. What's the other one with the dead person? It was
one with Liam Neeson, if you remember as well.
That one was fucked up.
Yeah.
Whoa. That was just fucked. That was a fucked up story. But I mean, that's kind of like what the West was. But the one with Tom Waits, I liked.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the one with Tom Waits. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Just funny how much people reference that film without realizing it. That's the power of memes, I guess.
Yes.
You know I only found out the other day. You know, like the clip of Samuel Jackson saying, "Yes, he deserved to die, and I hope he burns in hell."
Excuse me.
Do you know that clip or do you not?
No.
Yes.
Of course I do. Yes. Yeah. Of course I do. Of course I do. Yeah.
I never knew where that was from. I only found out like 2 days ago. So I saw the movie and I was like, "Holy fuck, that's what that's from." Okay.
What was it from? What was it from?
Time to Kill.
Oh, really?
Movie about guy is on trial for killing 2 men who like raped his daughter. Which it's pretty solid. It's Schumacher as well, which I was surprised at. The fucking cast
Michael
is insane.
Oh
no, not Michael. Famous for many of his films.
Too soon.
In the Liam Neeson one of Buster Scruggs, it is about like a quadriplegic, right, or cripple that gets taken around to a freak show and gets taken care of by Liam Neeson. The quadriplegic is played by Dudley from Harry Potter, by the way. And he just at the end, dude, it's all about like the rituals they go through of him being taken care of, and then when Liam Neeson doesn't need him anymore and he finds something better, he just tosses him over a fucking cliff. At the end, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. And you're expecting some like redemption, and it's just like, nope, bye. But that shit happened, like, that stuff happened. Like it's brutal. West was brutal.
But hey, fun facts. The Time to Kill. Let me just I'm just gonna read out this cast, okay, one by one.
Sure.
So Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, Kevin Spacey, Samuel Jackson, Oliver Platt, Charles S. Dutton, Donald Sutherland, Kiefer Sutherland, Ashley Judd,
wow,
Chris Cooper. I don't know if you'll recognize that name, but that's about it. But it's just like, holy fuck, that's a lot of famous people.
So it came out. What was the Time to Kill? Was from
96.
the 90s. Yeah. So yeah. Right after I was just watching a bunch of Quentin Tarantino interviews yesterday. I was doing some research for something, and I was looking into the independent movement of the 90s that he helped create with Robert Rodriguez and others. And that was part of that movement. They built this bridge where they're like, hey, we'll do these smaller script. We'll do these like lower budget films. We'll fill it through like not super tier actors, but mid tier actors that are on their way up. And we'll focus on story. And, and back then, irony was cool. Postmodernism was cool because we came out of like these really traditional 80s, right? So it was a good tit for tat, and that's what it kind of needed to happen. That's what Reservoir Dogs helped create. And this is one of those films, like Romeo's Bleeding and all this other thing. I haven't thought about this film in forever. I saw it in the theaters too.
A Time to Kill.
A Time to Kill, yeah.
Mm.
Dude, that was in the 90s. I went to a movie every Friday and Saturday, maybe sometimes 2 a day, like on the weekends, because that's all I could afford. And there was really good movies. So.
Yeah, I'm quite fond of the 90s at this point for movie output, to be honest with you, looking back.
Well, I heard Jeremy discussing with Ryan, and we've discussed it on FNT. Like, there has been good stuff, some good stuff this year, but there's a reason we've had some good stuff. We had a little break, remember COVID? So we had some leftover stuff, and a lot of it was just fucking garbage. And but prior to that, the Joker came out in 2019.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, we're not without good films
Yeah.
in totality. Something that has to be reminded. It's just that we're in a staggeringly shit time overall by comparison.
No, that's Quentin Tarantino said that. He said we are in the worst period of films since the 50s, probably worse.
Because everyone's looking to multiverse or universe their fucking franchises instead of focusing on individual films.
Exactly. And there's just too much content. And because there's too much content, there's too many cooks in the kitchen. There's a finite number of talent. There's a finite number of talent who know how to make television shows and movies. And we have entire corporations who don't know how to make television. Like Disney does not. They own TV networks too, which is crazy, but they don't know how to make television. They don't know how to make television. And then the ones who do, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like, Comcast Universal, they know how to make television, but their streaming service is struggling. CBS, which is Paramount Plus, they know how to make linear television. But
HBO is probably the most reliable, right? And always has been.
HBO is the best because what HBO was the precursor for the streaming service. It was prestige TV.
Yeah,
and they ripped off basically the British model. The British model is shorter seasons. We don't commit to, like, most of our shows aren't 10 or 12 seasons. They're, sometimes they're one and done. It's whatever they're commissioned out to be. But that way you're kind of forced to tell more of a story, except for Doctor Who, which went forever. But like there are, like that was a great model. And they'd also, HBO's been a brand for 50 years, 50 fucking years. And they didn't start making shows until, I can't even, it was a long time ago. But you remember Carnival? Sopranos, Carnival. They did Spawn, the animated series. Carnival was fucking awesome, by the way. Only 2 seasons. But they had a huge head start. That's why they're better. That's why they're just better. But like the linear TV can work on streaming, and maybe they should go back to that because, Suits destroyed on Netflix. Like it became the like it just erased The Witcher, by the way. Suits came in and erased their original, like some old, like mid-tier USA show comes in and Deadwood, by the way, you're right. Destroys The Witcher. What does that tell you? Those are still the most watched things on streaming. And that's why they're having this huge problem. But yeah, like with films, it's just watered down and they're producer driven. We don't have any, like Nolan. There should always be like 5 or 6 tour fucking like great directors out there. We don't have that anymore. We don't have that, pushing the envelope and stuff, doing original stuff. And it's just because it's a dying model. It's we're going through a major paradigm shift. Hollywood's going to have to completely reinvent itself. There's always going to be film. There's always going to be television. It's just going to be scattered. What's going to hurt Hollywood is it's going to get broken up and then bought up by a couple of companies. So it's going to contract whether it likes it or not, like what happened with publishing, like what happened with music. And comics isn't even worth enough for somebody to buy it out.
No.
So,
no, that's why, and unfortunately, that is the worst position for them to be in, because Disney would just hold on to them for the IP and the licenses, and nobody will come in and buy it because they're not going to make any money. So the people who are within comics at Marvel, they think, well, we're safe because we're protected from Disney. So there's no incentive for them to actually produce good stories. They still will continue to produce their stories with their fucking inserts and their crap and their ideology. And when customers actually complain because nobody's buying this fucking crap anymore, then they just go over there, fuck you, and they can talk how they want because Disney's just like, whatever, this isn't a moneymaker for us. So it just puts the whole industry in this rut, and because nobody's there to go, well, we'll take them. No, why would we take them? It's not profitable to take them.
Because we are now in a kind of a tech-based thing, and also a denial-based thing based on a lot of fortification and investment. Things aren't allowed to fail. Things aren't just not allowed to fail. They're rationalized. We saw this in comic books. Like Captain Marvel should be shelved. Miss Marvel should be shelved. Both those characters in comic books should be shelved. They're not popular. They don't move the needle. They don't make any fucking money. They should be put on the shelf and forgotten about, like characters that don't work out in the past. Star Trek Discovery should have never made it to 5 seasons. Nobody watches that fucking show. It's fucking terrible. And it's lost the streaming service billions of dollars. The latest report was Paramount Plus, which has the Sheridan-verse, has fucking Yellowstone, one of the biggest shows in the world, and the 2 offshoots that were massively popular. And Tulsa King lost $500 million in the first quarter of this year.
511 million.
Because they spend millions on Star Trek Discovery. I know for a fact that Star Trek Strange New Worlds was cost millions more than Picard season 3. Millions more.
Yeah.
Millions and millions and millions more. And it's fucking awful. Star Trek Discovery was $10 million an episode back in 2017. In 2017, they spent $10 million an episode on that shit. So yeah, it was never going to make money, and it's fucking terrible. So yeah,
style over substance.
Yeah, it's a death spiral. It's a doom loop. They're in it.
My favorite bit was when all the ships in space went, and it just looked like a
copy paste
mess.
Copy paste. My favorite part was when a retarded Kelpian cried for his mama and it destroyed all the dilithium in the universe because he was connected to it because he was born near it.
My favorite bit is when a fat bitch won a running competition.
My favorite part was when Stacey Abrams played Planet Earth.
But they don't even realize that they had Stacey Abrams as president of Planet Earth, which was a xenophobic, closed off planet.
Closed off society. Run by SJWs. Really accurate shit. Unintentionally, really accurate shit. My favorite part of Picard season 3 is when all the young people got assimilated.
Yes.
That was so good.
We're part of the older generation. We're sort of we're wiser to these things now.
That was so good. I was like,
my favorite bit is when they turned the lights on the Enterprise D.
Dude, the most rewatch scene for me this year by far. I've watched it probably 25 times. It gets me every time. It's so good.
When I saw that on the show, I was just like, ah. And then when the episode ended, and I can't remember who I was speaking to. The first thing they said to me was, "Did you cry?" And I was just like, I got choked up. I did get a lump in my throat. I got a
I didn't cry, but I felt emotions. I
felt emotions.
I felt emotion, and I'm like, I'm watching Star Trek, and I feel the emotion.
I feel an emotion.
What is this?
And it was somebody turning a light switch on.
It was somebody turning on a fucking light switch with some really good music. And some, like, dude, but it's like the most basic dialogue. It's total fan service, but it's done with love. It was a scene that could have been pulled out of any of Next Generation. It was wherever you go, we go, Captain. Geordi, make it show. And the music builds up, a door opens, and the fucking Enterprise D comes flying out, and you're just like, yeah!
Let's go! Let's fucking go!
Yes. That's all we wanted, dude. I don't even
Patrick Stewart didn't sound like an 70,000-year-old man in that scene.
He did it.
Geordi, plotted a course of planet Earth.
It's a bunch of people standing on a bridge, staring at a screen, and it was the best fucking scene of all of this year so far. Just like last year, a guy walking down a fucking room was the best scene of the year. Most powerful, most poignant scene of the year was a man walking down the room for his kid who's dying. So rad.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch House of the Dragon. But when I heard about the scene, I just watched the scene. I didn't know the characters. I had no investment in the characters. Nothing. I didn't know what was going on in the story. But that scene itself was just like, fuck, that was fucking incredible.
There isn't a word spoken after the king is announced. He walks into the room. You see the look on his daughter's face, like, oh shit, because she knows, like, he's got body parts falling off. He's got fucking leprosy, and it's really hard for him to walk. He's got a mask on his face, and he goes to sit on the throne to save his daughter. I
would say it's a hell of a lot better with the context of the show because every character's really expression is.
As far as I'm aware, the crown falling off was a mistake.
It was a mistake in rehearsal, and they kept it. Yeah,
and Matt Smith just ran with it, and it ended up being fucking amazing. Just
two brothers who were really pissed at each other, but like ultimately, it was like, I still love you, brother. That's what it was. It's like such a good scene.
Targaryens first, isn't it? I mean, funnily enough, one of the most interesting facial reactions is probably Rhaenys, right? I think when we first talked about it, Gary, you pointed out straight away, it's just like she's having second thoughts about wanting to have become queen, eh?
Yes.
The weight of that crown.
It's a terrible thing. Like, who would want to be king? There's even full conversations in A Song of Ice and Fire, like, oh, you've got to be a sucker to want to be a king between Littlefinger and Varys. We're like, no, that's not where the power is.
I think didn't Conleth Hill come out with like another comment about how fucking Varys was an idiot in the last season for no reason at all.
When he threw down his script after he just read his last line, just threw down his script on the screen on the reading.
I would too, especially if you read the books. Like Vari's, we like even at the end of Wins a Winner, you don't know if he's a good guy or not. Like he does something pretty fucking horrible at the end of Wins a Winner. He destabilizes the kingdom. Sorry to spoil
the show
it.
really committed to like Angel and Devil with Littlefinger and Varys, and then they ran out of ideas of what the hell they're supposed to do with either of them. Made them both retarded and killed them both.
Yeah.
God, that
Littlefinger's death really fucking hurt. That was was that 7?
7.
Where Arya and Sansa outsmart him. It's like, what the fuck?
No, those guys are supposed to last until the very end because yes, it's kind of like number 6 in Baltar in Battlestar Galactica. They're like they God and the devil, and they're pulling all the strings behind the scenes, and even beyond like the White Walkers, those two were supposed to last.
Oh, Baltar and 6 was so good. And to have them at the end was just perfect in the future. Back in the future, just walking. It's all going to repeat. It's all going to repeat.
It's controversy. Yep. They said it throughout the whole thing, and they had to rush it because sci-fi was going to cancel it, and they didn't want to get canceled without finishing the show. So they decided to keep it to 4 seasons, which I thought was good. I like the ending. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
Yep.
I thought it was a really good ending.
Yep.
I thought you guys were talking about Babylon 5.
No, I thought BSG's ending was as good as you're ever gonna get.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it was very contrived the way they moved everyone into positions to get to the
I figured they hinted a lot that they like, especially if you know the lore from the original show, they tried to work it in that they were going to land on an ancient Earth. It was pretty clear.
Yes.
So, but the angel and devil thing, bringing in the religion, was a little interesting. I thought. Well,
I think it's science fiction. I mean, the name is there, science fiction. It kind of deals with fact. So when you bring theology,
exactly,
and not just bring in theology, God was real. So you have a fucking actual science fiction show with an armada of ships, but God is real and exists.
And the God that the robots believed in was the one that was real.
Yes.
That's
yes.
That was cool as hell. Now, Babylon 5 came out with something new today here in the States. They got an animated movie. Yeah. I should be getting it.
There's often religious undertones with science fiction, 100%, but they went full, God is real.
Yeah, they usually go like God's an alien, like which you can still believe in Battlestar Galactica, I'm sure, but like they just straight up said, God's real.
God's real.
Which is not something you see very often in science fiction. You just don't, and you won't see it anytime soon.
I mean, Cara Thrace. Cara Thrace
was an angel.
Was an angel.
Yep.
Which was So, oh man.
Great.
Sorry, I was just thinking of BSG because it's fucking great.
I know. I wish they would
remaster
that in 4K. I wish they would Babylon 5 is going to be coming out on Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but is it going to be remastered or is it just going to be a DVD version on Blu-ray? That's what I'm
right.
They don't need to remaster special effects. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, keep the shitty special effects. Don't care. I know that's what stops them with Buffy too. It's like, I don't care. I just wanted to,
I think the enhancements they did to Star Trek were very good.
Very good. Very, very good.
Gave a shit, man. You use the originals as your guiding sort of tool. And when it comes to special effects, Buffy's special effects when it came to CG, like the Maya snake and
they were bad.
I was about to say they were bad at the time. They weren't even at the time. It was like, oof.
Didn't care.
If you put however much money you need into actually creating, like a semi-passable, good Maya snake in the remaster, that would have been really cool.
Well, you know what? AI is going to fix that.
guess so, but
it's going to put a lot of people out of work. But like, eventually, that's going to make stuff like that cheaper, and you will be able to get 4K. Well, people can already do that. I got somebody sent me the original Star Wars films, like the OGs in 4K.
the funny thing about the Buffy remaster is they were remastering the special effects. Like when the master puts his hand against the wall and he like goes whoa, 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 whoa. It's like they actually updated the effects. And then because I remember the video about it basically just shows like they eventually gave up. They were just like, fuck it, we're not remastering old effects, fuck you. Upscale the old ones.
Where is the remastered version?
Unfortunately, that's the main one that's streaming remaster.
That's the remastered version. It's only slightly better than my DVDs, and I mean slightly.
Well, you should, because I saw the picture you had. It was in 4:3. The remasters aren't 4:3.
I was watching it on Hulu, so it's not on Hulu. Where's the remaster?
You might. Well, because I was thinking of Amazon. I know Amazon have the remasters.
Oh, Amazon has them. Okay, well,
but I mean,
pay for it again. I get it for free on Hulu.
Not to be like a purist, but I still don't think people should watch the remasters over the originals.
Fuck Hulu, by the way. You just got to watch out, and this is where they're going to get you on streaming services. They'll get the ad-free tier, but not all your stuff is ad-free on the ad-free tier because they license certain stuff that comes with ads from other networks, and that's how they get away with it. It's a total fucking ripoff. Everything's going to have ads in it. You're like Netflix will have ads. Netflix will someday get rid of their binge model. They absolutely will, because they'll figure out, wow, people won't, you'll have less churn on a weekly model. Now people go, well, Disney has tons of churn and they're weekly. Well, they put out like abject shit all the fucking time, and there's nothing to hold people on Disney Plus. There's no like Seinfeld or Friends or anything like that, which hold people on streaming services. I think Peacock's got one of them, one of the big series. Can't remember which one. Saw Twisted Metal is all right. It's got a woke ass episode in the fucking middle. You know what? It's like a Last of Us gay episode, but not as bad.
I saw clips of Sweet Tooth. It seems pretty cool.
Sweet Tooth was great. Sweet Tooth was is what levels it up way the fuck up. Absolutely great in the movie.
I mean, Sweet Tooth is
in the show.
It's the icon of Twisted Metal.
And they don't hold back. They get now in the game. Does he have an origin?
Depending on what game you look at, he has all kinds of different stuff to do with like ice cream and some other shit. Like he was an ice cream man in one of them that became a serial killer or something. There's one where it's just like, I think as the games go on, they added more and more to it.
Okay, so in the show, he's a former child star. He's a former child star who drives around an ice cream truck. He's a former child star that got upstaged by his dog, and he killed his dog live on TV, and then they sent him away. And then he drives around an ice cream truck, and it's pretty funny. It's pretty good. It's supposed to be funny. So it's in the vein of Ash versus Evil Dead. It's pretty gory, but then there's some like trucker lesbian story in the middle. And like, I'll give them credit. The women truckers were cast like women truckers, so they look like women truckers, like big old bull dykes. But yeah, it was just like it's just planted in the middle there. Unlike Last of Us, though, they bring the two lesbians back later. At least they do something with the characters later. But it was a dumb episode and it didn't need to be there. But it's pretty funny. Not all the laughs land, and I think Quiet, the I can't remember the actress's name. I think she's actually better than Anthony Mackie in the show. she's funny. She's good. And it's pretty fucking violent. So there you go. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. And again, if you watch it, Mahler, if you played the game, I did not play the game. They CGI like basic car scenes, like driving down a desert road. And so you could tell it's a CG car the way it's moving. And I'm like, maybe that's supposed to look like the game, but that's like, why couldn't you just fucking have a long shot of a car driving down a fucking road? But yeah, I kind of liked it. I did. I walked away kind of liking it.
I haven't played the games, by the way. I just know about them.
Okay. I obviously have not played the games.
What?
Sweet Tooth is the MVP. Will Arnett voices him, and it like the syncing between the actor behind the mask and Will Arnett is fucking perfect.
I will say I watched 2 scenes with him in, and I was kind of impressed with that, to be honest with you. I was like, man, those two are working well together. Which is cool.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Dr. Metal Blood says, I watch a lot of lesbian short films. Independent films.
I bet. All right, let's go through some super duperies. Let's hit a little bit of that. A big thank you again. Big thank you to Bashi Washi with the 80 gifted memberships, man. Unbelievable. Obsidian Mug with the $5 says, did y'all watch Spider-Man Eclipse, a highly funded fan film that apparently is under controversy?
Yeah, because the actor used the N-word like 10 years ago or something like that. Gives a shit.
I don't give a shit.
I don't.
I haven't heard of Spider-Man Eclipse.
No, fan film. No.
Fan film. It's a couple hours. It's like long. I don't know if it's a couple hours, but it's long.
So they said the N-word 10 years ago. Context omitted. Do you know the context of that?
I don't know if it's a hard R or what. Don't care.
It's 10 years. Wait. Well, yeah. I mean, the way I see it, you've got 2 ways of going. You either hold a grudge for the rest of your life.
Whoa. This is Spider-Man Lotus. Okay, no. The guy is a fucking piece of shit. Like,
is he?
The stuff that got released, he was calling like James, fuck. Who's the guy who made James Wan? He was calling James Wan a dog eater and stuff like that. It was
X-Ray Girl that every day.
It wasn't like, you know what the context would be. It's not like fun. It's like he's got some serious fucked up. And then I think as well recently it's come out, the guy who played the Green Goblin in that movie has like groomer shit going on. I don't know. What I'll say is that it looks awful from the things that I've got as tertiary knowledge. I don't know what's going on with that fan film at all. But
yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so I don't know. So just before condemning or praising anything to do with that movie, if you want to check out surrounding context, go have fun with that. I ain't getting away with near it.
Fair enough.
It's a dog eat dog world chat. I was gonna say something else. It's an X-Ray Girl eat dog world.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Dude, she's the one who put up the thing of you see her little, she put up the TikTok of like, which hot dog do you choose in my household, and it shows a hot dog
yes,
and then they go out with a hot. That was kind of a cute video. I liked it.
Was that hers?
I don't know if it was hers or not. But
I saw the
yeah. Miles Chong that shit like it was hers, so I'm just gonna think it was hers.
Hi, Ian Miles Chong, and I stole this message.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe like the whole thing was made by fucking groomers. I don't know. Listen to Mahler. He knows.
Well, only half listen to me. I've seen things that I was like, what the fuck?
Well,
like,
only quarter listen to me and half listen to Mahler. Okay.
We're going to Scott Steiner maths here now. I'm kind of.
The numbers don't lie, and the numbers don't lie for you.
One of the greatest promos ever.
Yeah.
Greatest with the 5 Canadians says, boyfriend said, guys, I'm still spitting all over the place because the boyfriend said, guys don't find love stories in media to be super meaningful, or at least don't leave an impact in them. Curious if you guys have any loves. I mean, we might have a different definition of love story or romance.
What was the question exactly again? Sorry.
Shut up, Siri. The question is, my boyfriend said guys don't find love stories in media to be super meaningful, or at least they don't leave an impact. Curious if you guys have any.
So like love stories that we find meaningful.
Yes, that's what I think.
Do you know what comes to my mind first? I don't know if you guys.
Sure.
The Aaron and Crichton.
Oh, from Farscape.
Yeah.
I was quite invested in those two and what they do with that relationship in terms of them getting together and what happens to them as it goes.
Mulder
I don't even want to
and
spoil it. It's
Scully,
really good shit.
that's a bunch of poop. We do. I mean, maybe like, are you talking about like romantic movies specifically, or?
Yeah, that's why I said I think it depends on your idea of romance. If you're thinking of Sleepless in Seattle, You Got Mail, that's not a sort of rom-com. That's not the way a guy.
The Notebook.
The Notebook.
The only one I can think of.
But you know, somewhere where it's integrated into our franchise in a like Batman, Catwoman. You know, it's always kind of nice to see the dynamic between Batman and Catwoman.
Superman and Lois. Come on.
Superman and Lois is it was great. I mean,
Mary Jane. They should be married.
Granted, it didn't last very long, but Wesley and Fred.
Oh,
it's like a whole episode, but there you go.
Too soon, man.
Too soon.
That was
so
brutal,
no.
dude.
It's the context in the way it's done. When I used to watch Castle, I was invested in them getting together, but they just dragged it on for too long, and by the time they got together, I didn't give a fuck. And the show was already off the rails in terms of being a good show anymore.
That was good. The first few seasons, Castle was really good.
Yeah, first couple of 3 seasons I enjoyed.
I like Bones. Thought Bones was good.
Yeah,
it's one of my wife's favorite shows. She likes. She's a David Boreanaz simp. She watches every show he's in.
I mean,
he's in a lot of shows.
He's in a lot of shows, a lot of good shows, and
them all.
He's a handsome dude. You know, he's going to appeal to a lot of ladies.
Bones was good until they boned. I agree.
I mean, that's like what's the thing that makes fun of that? Is it Scrubs, or is it something like this meta about the fact that it's a Community? I think gets makes fun of it as well. Just characters that like the tension's all gone as soon as we get together.
Yep.
Because people like being on the edge of that sort of shit happening, so then they have to like reset.
I think X-Ray Girl tried to say I'm appalled in chat, and it auto corrected to I am appealed.
Okay.
Let me see.
I am appealed.
Wait. It's an X-ray girl eat dog world.
Hey! Yeah, you made a banana joke by mistake.
You did.
I am appealed.
I am appealed.
So yeah, I think we like, you know, dudes like a bit of romance. We like the chase. I think men are more invested in the chase ones where the dude's chasing the girl and eventually breaks her down. Gets in
I hate to say it, but we also probably like a bit of tragedy as well. Once
sure,
Spike and Buffy, Angel and Buffy.
That's all just tragedy constantly.
It is.
Like, all of that ends horribly for everybody. But yeah, you know,
Tara. Tara.
Oh well, yeah, Tara and Willow.
Yeah, well, Batman and Catwoman's a tragic romance.
Yes, really? It is. Yes, it is. It's yeah. Picard and Crusher. Never
Wesley?
quite. Shut up, Wesley.
Gives a whole new meaning to it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Oh no!
But yeah, I know that I'm a dead man and I'm a robot, and I know that you're a robot that wants to die. But I really love you. Can you switch me off, please?
Could you please kill me?
And the gay robot man in a clone, please kill me.
I can't believe you guys are hating on that show. It was so good.
The first, oh god, it's trash.
It was so bad.
I was very surprised about season 3. M8566 with a $5 says, could Miles Morales be...
You're right there, mate.
I think we're gonna maybe. Oh no, that super chat just seems to have vanished. And Joshua Levesque with a 5-month Bard membership. Martino with a 5 Swisses. Is it true that Rachel Zegler will be a guest on Friday Night Tights? Brian Kinnell is spreading this rumor. Brian Kinnell, our brother of Ryan,
the slightly more racist version of Brian Kinnell.
Yes,
that's why he's not on the show. I don't know. We'll have to ask. I think that's a good idea. I have an idea who could probably hook that up. Chrissy Mayer probably has a good line on that.
To Rachel Zegler?
Think about it, as.
Think it through.
Do I have to come out and say it?
Yeah.
You have to come out.
Am I being really thick?
So Chrissy Mayer could play Rachel Zegler.
Oh,
there you go. Even I got it.
One that we see Chrissy's white.
Oh, no, all she has to do is to get a Sharpie and draw a line from here to here, and it'd be fine.
Poor girl, don't make her do it with a Sharpie. It will come off.
You know, she's not like a bad looking hobbit, but it's just when she starts talking, Ryan's like, that's probably like most women. You know.
That was a great Ryan impression.
Like, if I'm going to be in a dress for 18 hours, then I want to be paid for every minute that's streamed. Well, considering what's happening in your career, you will get paid for every minute you're streaming on OnlyFans.
Hey! Oh!
High five. Wait, high five.
Nice one, lads. You did.
That is actually how I high five in real life.
Same here. Astigmatism high five.
Like Dumb and Dumber.
Oh wait, we could have high five like this.
You could have just done that. I led with my strong arm. My strong arm. Why would you?
Shit. I stream with my idiots. I
stream with my retards.
My retards.
Grimnack has been a bard for 13. Grimnack with a $5 says, Mauler, please don't push back the anniversary. My birthday is Friday the 25th, and I was looking forward to celebrating with you guys.
It's the worst news ever. Like, well, in a way, it's probably not the worst news, but like I'll be saying this tomorrow as well. Fact is that the vinyl figures we're trying to launch, people know that that's the goal, but we the people behind them basically don't know if they can get it ready for this week or next week.
They're awesome.
One of those. But I need like we're finding more out literally as the hours go by. So I want to get everything launched on time. But the fact is, guys, you know, if it's not ready in time, it's not ready in time. We'll have to move everything forward. But
yes, this is me sober chat, by the way. Yes.
And this is me retarded chat.
Yeah.
I want to keep everything on schedule, and I'll do everything I can to make that happen. But I wanted to make sure everyone understands everything might get moved forward a week.
Yeah, they look really good. So if it takes a little bit.
Yeah, we've seen them.
Do we have a date on your video yet?
So it was supposed to be the 19th, right? Yeah, and it will still be the 19th if the vinyls can launch before that. If they can't, it'll be the following Saturday as a guarantee. Well, no later really than the following Saturday.
Just tell them that you're moving it away from my birthday. I mean, it's not exactly on my birthday, but it's really close.
I have tried to explain that it's a really good idea if they could get it done this week. Really good idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Think about me.
Because yeah, I mean, this video, by the way, it's been cooked and cooked and cooked and cooked forever. It's been redrafted like 6 times. I am ready to release it. I would like to release it.
Yeah,
Mauler's cooked and he's ready to release.
Yep.
I want to talk about the Ant movie being poopy.
I want to watch the Ant movie is poopy from you.
Yep. Is that the title? The Ant movie is poopy?
Yeah.
Yes.
An unbridled poopy.
An unbridled poopy. Poopy, 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 poopy face, poop face.
Poop face. Sorry, Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Poop.
Poop. Poop, poop. She's like, oh. Joshua Levesque with a $2 says, "Hey, hello, can Gundam be a guest soon? He's missed." We had him on FNT like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. But yeah, we can bring him on the show.
And Joshua Levesque with a $5 said, "A big thank you for all of the effort you put into your great channels. And a shout out to your awesome mods. They and you are all very much appreciated." Thank you, Joshua. Martino gifting 10 memberships to the stream. Mikey Gustler's been a bad for 4. Mikey, good to see you, man. Mikey Gustler with 5 says, "I'm happy that Oppenheimer has made $650 million worldwide.
It's incredible.
Beating all the Disney movies and Mission Impossible 7. More movies like this, please. I thoroughly enjoyed Oppenheimer."
I'm glad it's making a lot of money. I'd rather have it make a lot of money than pretty much.
But I thought it was I think it's a legitimately really, really good film.
It's all right.
You calm down, Az.
I know. It's like. By the way, Barbie is on the precipice of 1.2 billion.
Yeah, it's gonna pass.
It's gonna go past
Mario Brothers pretty soon.
And Blue Beetle not projected very well. Mission Impossible 522 worldwide.
Look it in the shorts.
Down it goes.
That needs to hit. I think it's about 650 to break even.
And they didn't make that movie to.
No. I thought this is going to hit $1 billion. I really did.
I thought we could expect similar results to Maverick, but I was wrong about that.
It was too long. That hurt it.
I agree. That's one of its many problems.
I like it. I thought it was.
And it didn't have like Henry Cavill was such a good bad guy, dude.
Oh God, they should have brought him back. It was the easiest decision ever. Get him a scar. Yeah. It would have been awesome.
Dude, he had a fucking hook hit him in the fucking head.
So
what?
They did it Dial of Destiny. Why can't we do it?
Dial of Destiny. He should have been really decapitated, and he had like a little scratch under his eye.
But his fucking head just clean off, and it's just like got a cut, like a 2-inch cut there.
Why not?
Because at the beginning, like when he was like, "Oh, so he's dead. So how's he in later? Is that the time travel? Oh no, it's just shit.
It's just shit.
The film's just shit. Oh, okay."
Mm-hmm.
Meg 2 is on 260 million worldwide.
How long's that been out?
A week?
Couple weeks.
I think it's its first full week.
How's domestic versus international on that?
Massively different.
Yeah. Massively different.
Massively different. It's taken 55.5 million domestically and 204 million internationally, and it's on its it's just starting its second week. This is its second full week. It's on now.
What can I say?
Dude, it's going to be a long dry spell for Hollywood now.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is also on a very big skew. 74 million domestically. Internationally, want to hazard a guess?
100 mil?
Not bad.
80 million?
21.
Oh, wow. We can blame the racist Asian countries for this.
So that's on. That's currently on 96 million worldwide. Had a 70 million budget, so it needs to hit somewhere in the region of 200 million to break even. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Looks like the movie will probably take a little bit of a loss. But yeah, international audiences, no. No, thank you. Not interested in that nonsense. That fat fucking April O'Neil race change. Yeah.
Did you see the Continental trailer?
I thought it was absolutely appalling.
Ooh.
Yeah, it wasn't impressive.
I thought it was absolute hot fucking garbage.
Yep, I was looking forward to it. Young Winston.
No. Did he embody a scrap of Ian McShane?
No.
Not
even
It's a
close.
completely different character. Oh, if I just sort of do a little bit of stiff upper lip, does that come across as Winston? No. It looked dreadful. Should we see it? Should we watch it?
Can we? I haven't seen it.
I mean, Gary, we're on the 2 hour
Yeah,
mark.
let's watch it real quick.
Boobs. Sorry, that was. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I'm. Well,
sorry, sorry.
Continental trailer. Yeah, I mean, I think we're already going to get hit from the Batman music. And it's got it's 48k upvotes to only 3k, 2.9k downvotes. I think this. I mean, you tell me more. Obviously, chat. I want to hear your opinion as well. I thought it was absolutely appalling.
Yeah.
Again, if you want me to stop, tell me to stop. Okay.
Sure. The pre-trailer.
Yeah.
Which we all know is the pre-trailers are there because there's usually an advert here. So they put the pre-trailer in to eat the advert up so you don't miss the trailer. That's actually the reason why they...
A suit doesn't make a man. It's what's inside the suit that counts. It's resourcefulness and perhaps an open heart.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I haven't finished my drink.
This sacred institution wields power beyond your imagination. Winston, your brother stole something from me. What he took is very important to a lot of very dangerous people. Find him, because if you don't, I'll bring the weight of this whole institution down on you both. Sharon, show our guests the door.
We made a big mistake coming here. You're my brother, Frankie. We have to strike first. And I need all the help I can get.
How are we supposed to believe a guy in an ascot can pull this off?
It's a cravat. If we're gonna take on the Continental, every freak in that hotel will be after us.
Well, that's lovely.
We need guns. Lots of guns.
Can I just say that's some of the worst special effects?
It's yeah.
So this is just standard sequelitis. It's infected completely with like this is the future of John Wick. Everybody, it's going to get more and more cartoonish. It's going to rely on other things that it'll just reference, and yeah, it's just gonna be like we got your action for you. Isn't that why you're here? And I'm completely with you. As I'm getting fucking confused. Which one is Winston? I can't tell because like he doesn't sound or look anything like him.
No, it's generic guy.
And it looks really generic.
Yeah.
This is more than vengeance. This is justice.
Can you dig it?
Let's take this house and everything that comes with it. And away we go.
From the world of John Wick. Ugh. Fuck off. I'm sorry, I'm not as optimistic about this stuff. I think that you guys are. I don't know.
No, I think this. I thought that looked garbage. I thought it looked absolute garbage.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Siri, it's fucking ask you.
She was just giving her opinion on John Wick.
No, it's just like, look, you know, just because X-Ray Girl doesn't appear on this channel, don't mean you have to fucking try and take over, woman. Unbelievable. I don't know what. I don't think there's much to say about it. It just looked crap.
It looked really forgettable. I'm gonna forget it's coming out on September 22nd, and I was actually looking forward to it. Now I'm not. That trailer did not help. Mel Gibson's in it too. What a waste.
He's he
I know.
Here and there, doesn't he?
He's there trying to put on some sort of joke.
Yeah, he was trying to do an accent.
Just like, Mel, don't.
Just do your normal voice, Mel.
It's better. You've got a good gravelly voice, Mel. Just don't.
Yeah.
Isn't the? I mean, somebody said, "Is he gay?" Isn't the John Wick? I don't think this is canon, but isn't the John Wick sort of theory that John married Winston's daughter? Isn't that the theory?
I don't know.
That's why he's actually so loyal to John.
Fuck off! Loyal. He killed him in the third film.
Yeah. No, but it's explain why he did it.
No.
In John Wick 4, it's explain why he did it.
No. He fucking tossed him off a rooftop. He would have been dead if it was a normal universe.
Of course he would. But it's not. It's John Wick. But the third film is easily the weakest by a country mile.
Well, I mean, you know,
and I think they did some shenanigan control to get Winston back on side for John Wick 4.
I couldn't fucking take it. John Wick 1 is so awesome. 2, 3, and 4. I'm sorry. There's things I like in them.
I like them. I like how it ended. As long as he dies and they never do anything with it again.
Fucking ending it. They're gonna carry it on.
I know.
John Wick 5's already been announced, Gary.
I know.
Do you know how long the first John Wick film is?
It's like an hour and a half, right?
Pretty much. It's an hour and 36 minutes.
Yeah. It's about how long an action movie should be like that.
Perfect. There is not a scrap of fat on that film.
That's how long?
Lean.
It's just like Taken. They never should have made more.
No.
Sorry. Yes.
Taken.
By the way, I worry the same thing will happen
again.
I worry that Extraction will have the same fate, where Extraction will go bigger and clownier the more they go on.
We already saw elements of that in the second one.
Honestly, I thought Extraction 2 was pretty fucking cool, though. Like,
I loved it, yeah.
I still think that they're doing a hell of a good job with the action in Extraction. It's because unlike John Wick, they don't rely on like that same move every time where he tackles someone and he has to reload his gun and someone comes around the corner. And
the head scissors, the Hurricane Rana, into the roll, into the reload, into the pop.
Yeah, like they did that in John Wick, I think maybe twice, and then in John Wick 2 they did like 7 times, and then John Wick 3, and it's just like,
Donnie,
remember when Halle Berry turned up to be female John Wick? Remember that?
She was supposed to be. They're doing the ballerina too.
Yes, with Rebecca Darmus.
Anna Darmus, whatever.
Anna Darmus. What if she hot shit? Hot as fuck shit. Hot, absolutely not mid. Darmus. John and Keanu's in that, and it's actually a prequel to John Wick 4. But it could be good because I like her. I like her as an actress.
Did the chat?
It's just stopped. The chat has just stopped.
What's going for me?
It stopped for me.
It stopped.
It stopped on it's working on YouTube. It stopped on Streamlabs.
Oh, okay.
Yards, yeah.
Yeah. So we can't, but I can't refresh.
No.
Otherwise, shit happens. You know.
It happens.
So I can't refresh, but I'm gonna have to refer to it on.
I can stay for 10 more minutes because I love you guys.
Aww.
Okay, Mikey Gosler then with a 10 says, "Amazing Atheist made a video on you guys about how Barbie making $1 billion makes your arguments of get woke, go broke meaningless, and that you have no right to say it since this film's successful."
Oh, because one success measured against, and I said this on Friday Night Tights, 20 failures in the last 3 years. Oh, argument done.
Well,
When for one, it was intersectional feminism and not woke, and it was put into a girl's brand that I could give a flying fuck about. I do that all day in Barbie. I don't care.
I'll say I don't give two shits what the Amazing Atheist says. He's a clout chasing has-been that is desperate to bite at somebody's ankles to gain a level of relevancy again. I'll also say I think my take on Barbie is very clear. I can absolutely see why it's popular. I think it's so extremely woke / intersectional, however you want to phrase it, that it turns it into parody, which actually makes it very entertaining for other people as well.
When people are trying to and you're right. I agree with your assessment that that's how it can be perceived, but there are people going, no, it's secretly based, and that's what Greta Gerwig was trying to do. Bullshit. She's gone out multiple fucking times and said, we're making a feminist movie. And they tricked the CEO. And listen, it made fucking money. It did. But I'll relate it back to Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is an established female brand that was in the male space. But Wonder Woman's part of the Trinity. Everybody fucking loves Wonder Woman. And it did well because it was the first Wonder Woman movie. This is the first Barbie movie, a film they have tried to get off the ground since the 80s. Since the fucking 80s. And it's not just they made it for millennial women, but Gen X girls played with fucking Barbies. Boomer girls played with Barbies. They've been playing with Barbies forever. And it's the white woman's Black Panther. It's the best description of the film. It's the white woman's Black Panther. At best, it's a mid film. I laughed at a couple parts of it. I did. I thought there was some shit that was pretty funny in it. And I think they could have made it like Elf. Instead, they made it preachy and fucking
Gelf.
With some gelfling. Sorry. And with some pretty horrible messages, and people are going, they're not that bad. They try to. Okay. There's a woman at the end who says, I don't get credit for. I mean, you're basically, it's the kind that's such a millennial thing. Sorry, millennials. I want a trophy for doing my job. You don't get a fucking trophy for doing your fucking job.
I just thought it was shit.
Yeah.
So actually, the three of us have three exceptionally different takes on the film. So
yeah, and as you guys know, I don't box office success or failure. There are films I adore that did terrible in the box office.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Dude, The Last Jedi made a bunch of money. We hate it.
Yeah, that did what 1.3 billion. It was terrible.
Force Awakens made a ton of money.
2.4 billion, was it? 2.4 billion?
Endgame money it made. I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah. So I don't know what take in particular, because there's three different ones. But there again, I also don't care.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there's that's probably the biggest thing. Beard with the $2 says, how white supreme of you to be on time. I know, good work ethic, very racist of us.
Yeah.
Luckily, Gary is not racist and is always late when it's on. You're very black. Sorry, far leftist, you're gonna have to help us out here. I don't know what's.
Yeah, I'm gonna go loot a Target right after this.
With my mates.
With my mates.
We're just gonna ransack a Californian.
No. I might dance first. I might do some coordinated dancing. Then I'll loot it.
The security guard wouldn't let us record a TikTok video in his store, so it danced anyway.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was insane.
Yeah. Steve GT26 has been a sorcerer for 9. So enough, Gollum emoji. Raise the bird. What?
X-Ray Girl's streaming over us right now. I'm gonna tell her she's fired in her stream. Hang on.
Is she streaming over? Let's have a look.
Streaming over us right now.
Hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's all go in a chat if she is.
Let's go in her chat. What the
Is
hell?
she fucking is. She's doing Ballad. Right. Hold on. The F are you doing streaming over me?
People are going into her chat now.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it now.
At 2 X-Ray Girl.
Look. Let's watch X-Ray Girl play Baldur's Gate.
A living unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps an unliving witness.
Look at
What? What is happening in my chat right now? Oh my god! What?
You're fired.
Gary ass! What is happening? I'm in trouble.
Am I in
trouble? Okay, you know what? How am I fired? Ads didn't hire me. What is happening? I'm getting fired.
Wait, you have to scream at
I'm in
Baldur's Gate.
trouble? How could you do this to us? It was because I'm streaming over the BBC. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the thing that I said I wouldn't do.
What? Get undressed?
Oh my god, she's going full
Holy
flight.
shit! She's getting a knocks out, lads. Get ready.
Oh no! Pack my stuff. Cancel it.
Take it all off.
I don't understand what is happening.
Don't go thought on us.
Okay. Poor thing. Okay, now that she's absolutely freaking out, we'll leave that.
Yep.
We'll leave her in a worse state than we found her.
Yep.
Razorburn with a 10. Sorcerer says, now that Gary got a Gollum, will he play the game again?
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, if it's still working by the time I play it.
I can't guarantee that.
No, I'm gonna play it like around the holidays. I'll be, doing more gaming.
Because they're not updating it or fixing it, mate. So it's gonna be in just as broken a fashion as we found it in mostly.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
And if you can point your camera in the right fucking direction. Mad Dog Gamer with a $5 says, as did you see the enforcement strike system that Xbox is implementing? Gen Z are truly softer than Play-Doh. Are you talking about the Minecraft thing? Because I heard about the Minecraft thing, which was like, okay.
What's the Minecraft thing?
Right. If you stream Minecraft, right, basically Microsoft are trying to kill off third-party Minecraft servers. If you stream Minecraft, you're not allowed to start your stream title with Minecraft.
Why?
You can say, I am playing Minecraft, but you can't start it or title it Minecraft.
If you're streaming on whose service?
And is it something like every stream that you're doing on Minecraft has to be presentable to a young audience?
What platform?
Xbox.
Oh.
And PC, I reckon. So it's something like that. Correct, fill in my blanks, chat. But apparently, if you do a stream, you have to also do it so it's accessible to younger people as well. Something like that. It's something like that. If Mr. Porkchop was still here, he's buggered off. But if Mr. Porkchop was still here, he would have actually been able to explain it all to you because he knows what the 411 is. So okay. It's a weird one. Apparently, Clownfish did a great video on it. So go check that out after the stream and after you've watched Extra Girl stream.
All servers. Yeah, I don't know how they can enforce that on like YouTube, or Twitch. Yeah, Minecraft. That would be good.
I imagine they can just ban your account if they don't like it. I don't know how
I don't know how they do that.
Stasi they're gonna get on it.
Back to my video that there is talk. That's bad. That's just
Minecraft. That is so good. Actually.
We'll just say
Minecraft.
People are shooting for more regulation over the internet, which is
big time.
Just fucking bad.
More regulation over our lives.
What
we can eat, what we more specifically can't eat. How you doing for time?
I gotta go.
Okay. Gary, where can people find you and what are you doing?
I am.
Gary, what are you doing?
What am I?
What are you doing to your fucking life?
I don't know. Making a video.
I don't know.
And then watching bad TV shows.
Aren't we all, darling?
When I really just want to go watch Buffy. It's right now. Yeah, I'm making a video about the strike because they it's pretty interesting what they're coming up with as a solution. Which is well, I wouldn't even make a video until I saw
Gary,
the solution.
Is it a final solution?
It will be for us. It will be for humanity. But you know, it will be one of the many final solutions. Then we have Friday Night Tights. This week we got Disparu. Next week we got Mahler and Benny Johnson. We're gonna be talking about Ahsoka. Everybody's got to watch Ahsoka. Everybody has to watch Ahsoka.
Damn.
Now, when you say everybody,
I mean everybody.
Everybody.
Well, Franco, Gary, Poo Poo, subscribe to Nerdy Erotic. Obviously, you nerdy erotic.
Nerdy erotics.
To the 60% of you that already have it, the 40% of you that haven't.
Hey, that's
Oh,
right.
that's just like in his videos.
It is. And if it gets under 40%, I'll be honest about it. It just hasn't yet. I'm waiting for it to get to like 39%.
Nine. Minecraft.
Whatever. I have to do that. You have to do it. If you want something, you need to ask. And I've got a Dan Vask to defeat. Okay.
Okay. All right.
You understand that?
Sure. Show tits.
I mean, I'm not going to show mine. I'll ask Mrs. Nerdrotic. I don't think she'd be down with it though. But I mean, I'll ask her.
Fucking log on to Instagram. There's a fucking
Hey,
DM.
honey.
Melissa with a fucking WAP cell.
I want you to.
Harry told me to do this. Melissa!
I
What
need you
you
to hear me
doing?
out. I mean, take one for the team. I got to be Dan Vask.
He's pimping his wife out for subs.
Well, you know, I mean, I've everything I know I learned from Mark the Cyborg. So.
yeah, Mark does go full pimp, in all fairness. No, darling, you need to show more cleavage. Wait, what? Wait.
What?
Isn't
Yeah,
the-
but I still get emails like about like when are we bringing X-Ray Girl's ankles back on the stream, and I'm like, you know, that was an accident, right? So, oh, and I'm also
that wasn't an accident.
Apparently, before
That
I
wasn't
go,
an accident.
I would just like to address that I'm back to being highly organized as.
Wow.
Because apparently, I set out Brittany Venti and Lauren Southern to go after some guy in the Manosphere, and it was all my coordination.
Was it?
Nice.
No, I don't even know Lauren Southern, so
I don't know anyone in the
Small
manosphere.
hiccup
I don't know
in the
anybody in the
plan.
I don't
Manosphere.
actually quite know what the manosphere means, to be honest with you.
I know Andrew Tate and maybe one other, and that's all I
Yes,
know about
I've heard of Andrew Tate.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. I see some girls talking around the table telling the world what horrible fucking people they are, but I don't. Apparently, that's meant to be something to do with the manosphere.
Yeah, I don't know. Highly
But it's
organized.
probably Steve Bannon giving you orders.
It is.
and
I'm
you're
not highly
carrying
organized.
them out.
Okay. I'm not highly organized. I can barely organize my own fucking life. Just to point that out.
By the way, chat, if you ever want to know how organized we are, talk to a guest on Friday Night Highs. They will throw us under the bus all day, every day.
As they should.
Absolutely.
I am grateful for the patience of our guests. They're really kind to us.
Are we starting yet? No. We're still chatting. Gary's vaping. Ryan's eating.
Ryan's dropping gamer words and eating.
Odin's nowhere in sight.
Odin just shows up whenever the fuck he wants.
Quarter Black Garrett's trying to fucking get the audio to work and the rumble to work and the back end to work.
My producer apparently didn't prepare any of the guests and just says, "Come on!" And that's it.
I'm complaining that I am going on Tiger. I am leaving on time.
Yes,
that's pretty much the
That's very well organized, is what.
That's the pre-show. Mahler's been at many of them. So
oh yeah.
All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
Bye, boo.
See you next week. Have fun.
Goodbye, boo.
Bye-bye.
Right, YMS. Okay, no. Let's do a few more supery duperies. Alcatraz S299 with the $5 says, Buenos dias, caballeros. Was that all right? Was that all right?
I don't know.
Got my first Battle Chasers comic recently. I need help finding the first 10 issues. Any ideas, gentlemen? Have a great day. Probably I know this is going to sound basic, but best place is probably eBay. eBay. Or go to a comic convention, but eBay.
They have the ease.
Best name I can think of, gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you. Mr. Jimmy upgraded their membership to a Sorcerer. Kilted Cajun with a $10 said, I just wanted to say thank you for being an inspiration. My channel just broke 1K subs. It's always nice to get your first 1,000. And you all inspired me to just hit record because there's never going to be a perfect time to start. There you go. Well done. Well done, dude. Master Baker 78 has been a sorcerer for 9. Says, hail the real BBC. Thanks for the laughs and sanity. Love you. Lots of love. Thank you. Take 610 with $2 says, as that was not a dentist, it was a BBC producer. Oh my god.
Good lord.
Well, at least they clean my teeth nice, does they? Anyway. Center Negative with a $5 says, as his dentist is like, your money on the dresser or get the fuck out. Yes. I mean, yeah. Paid for services. Ferrer Samra with a $5 says, it's impossible to have a serious conversation about the dentist.
Is that it?
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Ginger Gandalf with a €12 said, took a chance and quit my job because I was getting screwed over. I now have 2 degrees, chemistry and law. The grind has paid off. Just been offered a job today that's gonna pay €550 per day.
Oh.
I wish I got paid €550 a day. As a, I mean, technically I've got more through super chats and memberships. All hail FNT, dude! Congratulations. That is a really, really great job. So well done, man. Good on you. You believed in yourself and it paid off. I love hearing stories like that. Eddie from Outer Space with a €2 says, Oliver Anthony, thoughts? Who? Oliver Anthony?
I don't know.
Oh, shall I Google it? Let's have a Google. Oliver Anthony.
Oh,
it's the viral right-wing anthem by country singer Oliver Anthony, branded offensive.
What?
It's the guy who sings "Rich Men North of Richmond." It's a nice tune.
Oh, the Ginger Beard Man.
Yeah, Ginger. It's I thought it's a great tune. By the way, I like me some country. Right, not in this sort of traditional Nashville country. I like country as in the twang, the twangy type of cowboys out on the plains kind of country. I like that. And that's one of what this song is like. And it's a song about the working man. So of course the mainstream media is going, I must say the working man, of course, I mean working lady as well. But it's a song about the working man. So of course the mainstream media are going to get pissed off about government stealing all your money. You're working your ass off. They just fuck you over time and time again. There's nothing when I say technically political about that. Yes, he's pointing at governance, but that sort of songs in general from time to time, that's just. But now, of course, it's got to be attached to a side. I thought the song's great. I thought the song was really cool, and yeah, I liked it. Did you hear the song?
I haven't yet. I need to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you like your twangy, Cumberland Gap. That's a fucking. That was on The Gentleman. That was. You've seen the Gentleman. You haven't seen The Gentleman, have you?
No, I have.
Oh, you have seen it. Who's the one who hasn't seen The Gentleman? What did you think of The Gentleman?
I liked it. It was pretty solid.
I thought it was fantastic. For a Guy Ritchie film, I thought that was one of the best Guy Ritchie films I've seen since probably Lock, Stock.
Well, Lock, Stock, and Snatch are the gold standard for him.
Yeah.
I think The Gentleman is fun and good, but still not quite their level.
I'm probably going to go controversial on you. I don't think it's as good as Lock, Stock, but I think it's better than Snatch.
That's interesting, because I think Snatch is his best film.
Do you? I think Lock, Stock's his best film.
I adore both of them, to be fair.
But I got The Gentleman really close, because The Gentleman came out in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And that type of film coming out in 2020, I thought it was pretty, felt like a film. If you get where I'm coming from, just felt like a film. Just felt like a film.
I like keeping an eye on Guy Ritchie. You never know what's going to happen. I mean, he did make Aladdin too, by the way.
I ain't talking no Aladdin 2, mate. I'm going to start a poll.
No, not Aladdin 2, Aladdin as well.
Yeah, Aladdin double penetration. Guy Rich -T. So Guy Rich T. Even put Rich T. Guy Rich T. Lock, Stock, Snatch, adoption. The Gentleman. Let's see how the chat. No. Let's see what the chat think. Quatrina VR with a $2 says, imagine having a kid who needs braces as. Lots of kids need braces.
Lisa needed braces.
Yeah.
Dental plan.
I've never had braces. My teeth have. These are my teeth. They've always been that straight. I've never had them straightened or put in a brace, or never had a filling in my life. Just went for a check on Thursday. Obviously a clean scrape and a clean today. But I went for a check on Thursday and no need for any fillings or anything still.
I know it's early in the vote, but chat seemed to have it correct, which is nice.
They've gone with Snatch.
Followed up with Lock, Stock, followed up with Gentleman, which is correct. That's the cool person opinion.
I'm definitely not cool.
Oh.
Tis with the $5 says it's almost time. # release the Mauler cut.
Oh, it's coming. There's a dramatic increase of comments on my channel right now of like, it's time, Mauler. It's time. Give us a video. It's like, oh, it's coming.
Any minute now. It's coming. Eddie Brock with a €2.50 says, Gary, have you seen the Spider-Man Lotus fan film? We discussed that.
Mm-hmm.
The Smeegs.
I don't know how good it actually is, I guess, for the record. I've seen clips, but nothing. Everyone hates it, but I think it's because of the surrounding stuff. I don't know actually how good the film itself is. I have no idea.
So it's probably best if I just objectively watch it without the surrounding stuff, then go get the surrounding.
Yeah. I saw one clip, and it was Shocker's trying to kill Spider-Man, and he pulls other henchmen in the way of the blast, and they get vaporized. And I was like, I don't
think Spider-Man would do that.
I don't know if Spider-Man would do that.
Don't think Spider-Man would do that. Okay. The Smeegs with the $5 says, it's BBC time. Hooray. Love seeing this panel of gents. I'm sure I'll yell less at this stream than I was by Friday's EFAP. No offense, Morley Hale. Okay, I think that's a really good super. To if you don't mind, Morley, I'd like to insert myself to the conversation.
All of your opinions. The fact is, I already know that many people are very unhappy with the episode. Okay, I know it's okay. Share away.
I'm okay to discuss what we've discussed through telephone call.
Well, I mean, say whatever you want. It's you have every right to share how you feel about it.
What? Yeah, no. But I have spoken to Mola on the phone about EFA. I didn't call him up and go, Mola! Let's discuss this. I think I was half an hour into the EFAP, and I text you like, fucking hell, this YMS guy's a fucking bell end.
You were not happy, no.
No, I might do some verbatims of what I say. I'm not saying what you say. I'm just going to do some verbatims of what I say. Yesterday. Okay, so I think I sent you. Yes, I sent you a text. So this is what I'm saying to Morgan. I'm not saying anything that you replied with. I'm only 20 minutes in to the EFAP. Finding time to watch a 9-hour stream is tough.
Mm-hmm.
If his arguments... Hold on. Okay, I said 20 minutes. If his arguments are retarded, I'm going to watch DSP retractor videos instead, Morley.
To which I said you probably should, I think.
Yes, something along those lines. Yeah. And then a little later, I text you and okay, I'm out. And I quoted him, as much as people don't like the critical drinker, wow, his first take is a broad, sweeping generalization based off a Reddit subreddit that is anti-drinker. Where were you planning on finding the fucking drinker people supporters? I'm just throwing that out there. If you okay, don't have to answer any of this. Because you do. I'm not him. It just displays immediate bias, unless that's his intention to be biased. But when you tackle stuff from a place of bias, then you've lost all your objectivity. Now I know stuff is subjective. All things are subjective, but we do try and tackle certain things as objectively as we can. Of course, there's always going to be subjective bias put in there. This YMS guy is painful as fuck. I'm going to make this is me quoting, when I quote, this is me interpretation. I'm going to make a video shitting on Drinker and I've no idea about his content whatsoever. What a clown. Within the first 30 minutes, he's shown he's got no clue what he's talking about with Drinker, cherry-picked one video and tried to represent it as his whole channel. I saw some clips on Reddit. That's a direct quote from him.
Yeah, which, as you guys know, like, that's just the worst way that people can get to know. People, have the worst impression of me thanks to stuff like that. They'll, like, check out clips or whatever.
I follow that with me saying, Jesus Christ, this is clown show levels. I'm finding him utterly pretentious. Don't mean to shit on your mate, Morley. I think you're being way too kind. I would have called out so much horseshit by now, but I also have the feeling that he'd run away if you did. I really got that feeling, by the way. Didn't like getting challenged. And a lot of the times that he got challenged and knew he was beaten, he just went, "Can we move on, please? Can we? We're just gonna. Can we move on now? It's a long video and we're only 5 minutes in." That came a few times. Just let's move on. Just moved on a few times. By the way, if you're a YMS fan, that's entirely up to you. I'm just shitting on him. I'm not going to say that one because that's a reply to you. Quote from him: "I'm being fair and open-minded." You haven't even watched his content, you fucking retard. You're making your assumptions based off one video, off a channel that you don't watch, based off clips which are objectively skewed against him, and you don't see the contents of it, and you're being fair and open-minded. Imagine if I made a video shitting on you, Mauler, and my research, inverted commas, was I've seen a few Reddit clips.
Well, I told him I didn't think a random interview with anybody would be better than just going to the source, right? The videos themselves. Like, if you want to get to know what Drinker does and who he is and who he appeals to, just watch his videos. Any selection of them. I wouldn't recommend an interview because you don't know what you're going to get, especially who the interviewer is. And of course, like we talked about, I just felt like when he mentioned that friend of his who gets his information from BitChute and is a bit of a wonky person, that's the person he knows watches Drinker. It just felt like a really unnecessary thing to say at the beginning of he said it was an anecdote. He said that it's his impression. He said it's his experience and it's making it clear to his audience. But of course, the normal interpretation most people have is like, well, that puts an idea in people's heads ahead of time. People who, by the way, whether fairly or not, are very primed against Drinker. YMS's audience, unfortunately, is already not very favorable with myself or Drinker or EFAB or any of the spheres that I move around in, to be honest with you.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, no, and that's, I'm a bit of I try to bridge build. I'm
taking it, I've only watched a couple of YMS videos in my life. I've never sort of returned back, not necessarily I'm not going back to this guy, just in a way that never gripped me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I'm sure there's plenty of people that are the same with you and I with content as well.
Oh, God.
I got to quote, "I answered your question. I repeated myself." He wouldn't answer a question because he said, "I've already answered that question. I'm not going to repeat myself."
Yeah, that's one of those sorts of quotes that I think if you ever find yourself saying that, you may feel at the time that it's like a solid thing to say because you feel maybe you're not being listened to, but like when the person you're talking to is genuinely trying to figure out how you've come to your conclusions, and what you say to them is, "I've already made myself clear. You can go check out the VOD if you want." Sort of, the audience fucking hate that. It's an aggressively frustrating thing to hear, I think, for a lot of people.
Oh, Angry Gaming Dad, don't worry, we're going to get onto something Coof related momentarily. I then text you saying he's an arrogant, ill-intentioned prick. Then I say he talks about Drinkers, why modern movies sucks, while his channel's called Your Movie Sucks.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about all of that. Like, I kept trying to say, like, Drinker's not referring to all of film. He's obviously referring to modern studio film. And even then, when Drinker says why modern movies suck, I don't go to that video and say, "Hey, Drinker, why are you saying Extraction 2 sucks?"
Yes, because the name of his title would be Every Movie Sucks to me, based off his title of his channel.
It's just a natural sort of fair intuition, right? You see, he says he's saying most of them, and he's saying the bigger budget ones. That's the obvious takeaway I feel most people would get. Nobody thinks Drinker's talking about all of film when he says,
because I think we go on to disingenuous later. I then text saying, "Okay, you're starting to dismantle him now. You gave him plenty of rope to hang himself." Laughing my ass off. Now he's bragging about being put up in a hotel by Fantasia because he promotes the film festival. He kind of got really excited about talking about the perks that he got for promoting something.
I think it's great that you can get more eyes on indie films, especially those that deserve it. It's just that it comes back to that whole thing of Drinker spends his time the way that he does very, I think, very well. Drinker, he has a very good balance between, you know, covering big budget things, covering mid-budget things, covering old things. It's kind of a cool thing about Drinker's channel. You never know what when you'll randomly get like a video recommending.
Well, he'll never know what he randomly gets because he hasn't seen his fucking videos.
Well, of course, that's right. That's the big frustrating part. And he admits that several times when we were in the stream. He didn't know much about the channel at all.
Well, one thing that we spoke about on the phone. Again, I'm only going to refer to things I said, not you said. What we spoke about on the phone. And I'm not saying that Morley says anything untoward. I'm just being private to what he said, regardless of whether it was not actually completely fucking wrong or whether Morley said whatever. But I said to you on the phone, in the first hour, he said at least 5 times, I'm not calling Drinker a grifter, and continues to say that. And when you have to say, I'm not calling somebody a grifter, you're kind of hinting that you're calling them a grifter.
The weirdest things is the start was the whole like people are here not for the love of film as an art, but for the political biases and stuff, which is really odd because Drinker's videos are pretty much always all about the film.
Yeah, which is interesting. This is a good segue because I start now talking about him inserting non-film related criteria. I'm going to paraphrase this next one so you get more context. That's the only reason why I'm paraphrasing this next message. I love how he keeps mentioning that Russell Brand's channel is an anti-vax channel when most of the vaccine information that people had has been proven now correct. Doesn't protect, doesn't prevent you, doesn't prevent spread, all that kind of stuff does have potential side effects which haven't been, all this kind of stuff. So yeah, he refers to as probably as leftist as you're ever going to get Russell Brand as kind of like a right conspiracy channel. This is a quote from him. COVID broke so many people's brains. My response on top of that, yes, I'm listening to one of them right now. He then goes off into a COVID fucking rant. Does Critical Drinker mention COVID, far-right conspiracies, any of this? No. He's now fabricating arguments in his fucking head that have no basis in what Drinker's saying. Lunatic. His COVID rant is laughable, I was saying. Because he says, yeah, people are saying, yeah, but get COVID. This is what he said again, slightly paraphrasing, but this is what he said. He says, but people are saying, yeah, get COVID. You build up stronger antibodies through having COVID and getting over it than you do through the vax. That, by the way, folks, is proven. And he says, yes, but at what cost to the body? At what cost to the body? So I reply, coming from somebody who's not vaxxed, I'm not vaxxed, never had a single vax, and who's had COVID twice, which I've had, I'm doing fine. My COVID sound effect, what effect is it having on the body, took me about 2 to 3 days to get over the symptoms, and then I had a bad voice, a lack of voice for about 2 weeks. So it sort of fucked up my voice, vocal cords for a little bit. That was it. Not vaxxed, never had a fucking vax, never had a booster, go fuck yourself. Had COVID twice, tested for COVID positive twice, had COVID twice. I'm okay. Now he's rambling again about politics for some reason. Drinker doesn't bring politics into any of the conversations other than identity politics, but he starts going off into all kinds of political speak. And I put, well, if you actually watched any of his fucking videos, the shithead would know that wasn't the case. I know it's so hard listening to somebody who's so fucking ignorant, I typed you. He also has an exceptionally high opinion of himself, I text you. YMS claims James Bond is a celebration of being white.
Yeah, he's like he said, like that's like a white male, like that's part of the identity of the character, or whatever. Which is it's like trying to sort of equalize that with some of the ways they create characters these days, which of course is insane. James Bond is a fully fledged character, whom I fucking thoroughly. I said to him, I am a big James Bond enjoyer. I have never thought, good God, I love that he's white and male, because if he wasn't, I'd like he wouldn't have any character left or something. It's very odd. I don't know what that point was.
Yeah, I put James Bond is a celebration of being white. Lots of question marks. What the fuck is he talking about?
That's the thing.
We're going to discuss this on FNT on Real BBC when Gary leaves.
If we were to discuss James Bond's characteristics, you wouldn't catch me or as saying like what is important to his character is that he's white, that he considers himself white, or that his whiteness affects his plot lines. He's like, we're gonna focus on the suave nature, the sort of like deceptive spy, but simultaneously incredibly charming, and quintessentially British. Like, there's no like, oh, he's the. This came up with the Ripley and Sarah stuff, right? Like,
well, that's the next thing I've got is just to tell you folks, YMS thinks that Ripley is just the sci-fi woman character and not a great character in her own right across film in general. He just thinks she's specific to sci-fi.
You could call me a liar, but like I just don't see Ripley and Sarah as sci-fi horror characters.
I don't.
I
see them as great characters. Full stop.
And they're
when
great,
you're talking about the great movie, when you're talking about the great sort of movie characters, Ripley, Sarah Connor, they're always going to be in that equation based off their own right, regardless of the genre that they were in. I don't. Go on.
It's annoying because it feels reductive. I was trying to get this point across with how Drinker made the obvious and very true point that they're great sort of base plates to understand how to write women. And the truth is, it's not how to write women, it's how to write characters. It's how to write people. That's all it ever comes down to. And of course, YMS's point was, well, how limited is that? It's a sci-fi horror. They're both sci-fi horror, both being chased by some monster. It's like there are a lot more, in the world. There's a lot more to take in about writing characters than that sort of scope. And for me, it's just like, well, you're the one that's narrowed it. Like you've made it about it being an alien or a Terminator chasing them. You've made it about how they become a leader or something. And it's like, what's going on there is the discipline, the respect you give that kind of character writing. Everything that happens to they're both fascinating examples because you have Sarah Connor's motherhood is incredibly important to John.
Look at the change between Sarah Connor between Terminator 1 and Terminator 2.
Well, and I think that applies to Ellen Ripley as well. The
big difference between Alien and Aliens.
In Aliens, Aliens is my probably second favorite film of all time behind Prestige. I adore Aliens. I think it's fucking brilliant. It's a masterpiece of character writing. I love that taking her up from Alien, she's traumatized and she doesn't want anything to do with aliens ever again or the planet. She wants to stay away from it all and she wants to just do honest work and make it. And some of the first information she gets, by the way, this is, I think, I'm trying to remember, is this only in the extended cut where the stuff with her daughter?
Yes.
So, well, then that's the cut I prefer. Obviously, her daughter is basically aged out and died while she was in stasis, which is horrifying and sucks. And so that's like a big setup for that how she's going to become a surrogate mother to an extent with Newt, of course.
Newt, yes.
the big moment for me in the film is that she's gradually pulled out of her shell because she knows she's needed on this mission. And of course, Burke tells her the monetary benefit of it all. And then when we get down there, all the Marines, they're nailing it. They know exactly what they're doing, super confident, going through, clearing all up. They don't take this seriously, and they're laughing at the idea that they have to kill bugs, like, or whatever the hell this is. Like, they don't know what the fuck's going on, but they don't care. They'll just gun them. But she's obviously terrified and understands it way better than her. And one of the things I love about that film is Hicks. He never rips into her. He always takes her seriously. He's the only one that doesn't joke around with her. He's like, you have that bit of empathy from him.
And he's also the one that tells the rest of the fucking soldiers to take it seriously.
He does. And so when everything goes horribly wrong and falls the fuck apart, everyone's panicking. No one knows what to do, and Gorman loses the ability to even tell him what to do, because it's like he rose through the ranks, at least from what we can tell, through like bureaucracy, not through
pencil pusher. He's just
And so she takes over, and she actually saves their lives. She gets them out. It's like one of my favorite scenes in the film. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And so I guess what I'm getting at with this isn't that all women need to be written exactly as she's written. It's more so just taking her seriously, having all of these events have repercussions.
Yeah, but the events are situational. It's not Ripley's stern and stoic and strong in this scene because woman. It's because of the situation that's Rose. She knows the threat in Alien. She's very capable, obviously. Easily, a very valued member of the crew. But we get those moments after the Bishop stuff, and we get those moments where she's sorry, not Bishop, the android from the Alien one, where she breaks down. She breaks down for a moment and cries because it's overwhelming, and all of this has been overwhelming. And, she's gone through, she's thinking Dallas and all that lot get fucking wiped. And so we see a moment of vulnerability, which adds to her character because she's been professional throughout the whole thing, keeping it together. And then when she gets this bad news, she just affords herself a moment of vulnerability away from everyone else. And it's like, stuff like that is just great little snippets of characterization that show you exactly what the character's about.
Her relationship with Bishop being a big echo of her relationship with Ash. And then, of course, how she is with Newt, how she is with each of the characters, how she is with Hicks, how she has to come through at the end. She's the last one that has the chance to be able to take action. There's so much writing done for Ripley as a character. She is easily, fundamentally, one of the greatest female characters of all time. She's iconic.
Greatest characters of all time.
Exactly. So whenever someone says
it transcends her gender, the character transcends the gender of the character.
When someone says, name me some of the greatest female characters of all time, and someone says fucking Ellen Ripley, and then everyone laughs because that's an obvious choice, I get fucking confused because I'm like, yeah.
Why don't you laugh when I give you an obvious male choice?
Yeah, when I say Indiana Jones or Luke Skywalker, why aren't you laughing then?
Why aren't you laughing then? Oh, it's so obvious for the one. No, it's obvious because she's up there with all of them. That's why it's obvious, because she's there on the row.
It's like
the way that Vasquez and the sergeant goes out.
I love it. Yeah,
it's
they
brilliant.
Give payoff to everyone.
Yeah, and because he's not a coward, but he's I mean, coward would be a horrible word to use. He's a little unsure. Yeah, and him and Vasquez go out like fucking badasses. Did you see there's the Gorman clip where he's all in there?
You talking about Burke?
The pencil pusher, sorry.
You sure that's Gorman? Because Gorman gets blown up by a grenade.
The what's the hold on.
I think you're thinking of Burke, probably.
I might be thinking of Burke. Hold on.
Well, I'll mention it so the chat.
Yes, Burke. Yeah, when you said Burke, there is a deleted scene where Burke is.
Yeah, and he's already implanted, I think, and she gives him a grenade so that he can kill himself.
So he can, that's
That's an
Assholes and
interesting
elbows.
thing.
Apone was cool as fuck, and he was only in the film for like 10 minutes. You have Hudson, of course, going from much more of a cowardly archetype to
going out like a
stepping up.
badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh man. God damn it,
It's a
Leroy.
legendary movie, and she's a legendary character.
I miss Bill Paxton, man. I fucking miss Bill Paxton. Right, guys. We have hit the 3-hour mark. Now, I would do a super chat square up for Sunday on Afternoon Tea with Az. I don't know if it's going to be on Sunday because I'm actually traveling down on Sunday to meet Mama Az. So I might be out of commission for that. Very likely out of commission for the real BBC, for Sunday Fun Day, which would have only been me and QBG anyway, because X-Ray Girl's out of commission with that for the next 4 weeks. So if I can't do Afternoon Tea with Az Sunday, I will try and do it from the hotel room if I get there in good time. But if I can't, I will do I'll do it on Monday. Okay? So let me just cherry pick a couple of things from the chat before we go. Marcus Henry with a $50 says, have you guys gotten your Isom 2 stuff yet? I'm telling you, it's so good. Hell, real BBC. Gary's got his. I ain't got mine yet. It's not shipped yet, but I'm a patient guy. I'm okay. You know, I'm looking forward to getting it, obviously. But I'm letting Ripper do his thing. Let's grab Coupler more. Carnage Undone with a $20 says, people who hate, inverted commas, Sword Art Online just want to be different because it was one of the biggest anime in early 2010s. And it was the creator of so many people's favorite genre / anime nowadays. I want to watch Log Horizon. Is that the one? Log Horizon? Apparently, I've got it. I need to watch it. Apparently, that's meant to be really good. Same genre. Isekai. Is it Isekai? The genre Isekai? Is that it? If I remember correctly.
Vaguely familiar. I think that's it, yeah.
Okay. Draconic Ice Mage with the $20 says, hell, real BBC in chat. Mauler, because you guys always stream on a Saturday, I never expected an EFAP on my birthday, but that was really interesting present. Still like YMS, he was infinitely better faith than garbage.
Oh, that's, as you'd completely agree with that. Pillar of Garbage is a piece of shit.
I don't know who Pillar of Garbage is.
He tears up Drinker's videos to try and make him come across as a liar as opposed to someone with a fucking different opinion. And still, he manages to have a shitty opinion. He's someone who's desperately trying to defend Glass Onion, the movie that basically says it's so stupid it's genius. Like, in a meta sense about the film's construction. It's fucking painful. I've told you, but if ever you decide to you wouldn't, but if you did watch Glass Onion, that's another one I need your video record. I need to see your face with some
You
of the
need to
things
see the
happening there.
face. All right, okay.
It's Lord of Ring Gollum level. But yeah, from Adam and Sitch told me that they covered the new Pillar of Garbage video on Drinker, and he does it again. He's just calling him a liar about Barbie. Because you're just not allowed to have your own opinion on Barbie, you know? You're a liar if you disagree or claim certain things about it, right?
So we had three of us on this stream today. We have 3 different opinions of Barbie.
Well, 2 of us must be liars then.
I guess. Which 2, though?
And, you know, like, the thing about it is, like, a lot of people on the internet come from completely different bubbles and worlds. And so, like, you know, I appreciate the fact that he remained civil, and he could have gone a hell of a lot worse with some of the things that, you know, some people will just say about Drink or about me or about you or whoever else instantly, like, oh, they're grifting for the sake of the political blah blah blah, and they don't actually feel anything about the way that they do. It's so funny because you're laughing already. I completely fucking agree. We're nerds. It's not hard to notice.
No,
pretty straightforward.
I don't think it's hard to notice. Look at me Lego bits in my Lego head.
It's, you know, and I'm not lying about whether or not I love or hate movies. Like we were talking about Dark Fate earlier in the stream. I really hate that film And that was another thing. I don't know if you've gotten to it in the video yet, but YMS is the kind of person that he didn't quite understand like the fervor a person can have for the betrayal of like a franchise or a character or a world. He just didn't really quite get it.
I think you're talking about people who get really invested in Marvel because he was very dismissive of the Marvel films. That's fine. I don't mind about shit like that. That's their own prerogative. But you were talking about how people get invested in this stuff.
But yeah, even in anything, because if you remember, he brings up Glass. I don't know if you've seen that, but Unbreakable is a rock solid film, really fucking good. David Dunn is the character, right? He's Bruce Willis plays him. So for those who don't know, it's a superhero movie. It's quite a subtle one. It's very sort of nuts and bolts. It's a really cool origin and just exploration of what it's like. It's like a realistic superhero movie. Then you had Split. A lot of people like Split. James McAvoy does amazing in it, as he usually does. He's a top tier actor. And like Split did well. Everyone loved Unbreakable. And then he was like, okay, so I'm going to make a movie where the three main characters of those three movies are all in a mental asylum together. And that was exciting. And apparently the script was written like a long time ago, or that Split was written a long time ago. And that's why it was better than Shyamalan's works as of late. And so there was hope. It was like, okay, this is the one then. This will be good. This is a Shyamalan work I can get behind. Split was horrendous. Have you seen it? Sorry, Glass was horrendous. Glass was horrendous. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't see it because of The Matrix.
Okay.
Because if I could ever have two films wiped from my memory, it'd be the Matrix sequel.
Oh right, yeah. Well,
and then have a letter saying never watch the Matrix sequels. I really love Unbreakable. I think it's a very clever film. I think it's told brilliantly. I think Bruce Willis is one of the last great Bruce Willis performances. And I don't want to. I heard that Glass was a pile of shite. I heard what they did to the characters during it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no. So
that would be an example of one where I'd be like, never, ever, ever, ever watch it. Never. David Dunn, the man who is like super strong, tries to become a superhero in Unbreakable. We discover in Unbreakable his weakness is water. He like gets a sense of paralysis and he can drown pretty easily. So that it's like his kryptonite. It's the equivalent. Obviously, he can drink water and survives on it, but like if you throw him in a pool and he's wrapped in it, I think is it like a tarp? He nearly dies.
Like a tarpaulin, yeah.
Yeah. In Glass, he falls in a puddle and drowns. Actually, a puddle. Samuel Jackson's character, Mr. Glass, right? He falls over and he's dead. And then the James McAvoy's character from Split, he just gets shot and he's killed. It's actually like some of the most depressing, like, why the fuck? And then it's like, yeah, well, he made the characters. Shyamalan, he can do what he wants. And so yeah, YMS was talking about how much Unbreakable and Split and Glass like they meant to him and how fucking thoroughly disappointing that was having to watch that. And I was basically just trying to say that that's what we get for Star Wars, or when they attempt to do like Lord of the Rings, or when they do anything with the Marvel stuff, or when they randomly decide, hey, Indiana Jones, let's dig him up and do this again. Though for some reason he said he watched Dial of Destiny, he didn't get the impression that Indiana Jones was fucked over at all. Well, except for the opening, I think he said. He said the rest of it he was mostly fine. We had a bit of a back and forth on that, obviously. Because a different opinion on that one.
A little bit.
Oh, people want to mention he was held down in the puddle. Sure, he was held into his head was held into the puddle. That's worth mentioning to make it sound a little less shit. But he still died because he drowned in a puddle. You don't want the word puddle involved at any point when you're talking about the death of a great character. Just FYI for writers out there.
No. It's just a no. That film's always been a no for me. No.
So yeah, and this is kind of what I'm getting at with the whole coming from different worlds thing. Like he he doesn't understand like being invested in major franchise IPs and stuff, and he doesn't understand like the frustration and the way that we discuss this stuff to sort of move on and come to terms with the fact that you can't control these IPs, the franchise people do, and that's frustrating and annoying and whatever. We can talk about what made them so inspirational, talk about why we appreciated them so much in their prime, the characters, I mean, of course, and then we can talk about the stuff that is actually good, the stuff that surprises us when it comes down. We're like, oh shit, that was actually okay. Like he laughed when Drinker said Dungeons and Dragons wasn't as bad as he thought, and I remember just being like, "There's nothing wrong with that." Dungeons and Dragons, I've seen it, and I was surprised. It was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's a shame on the marketing, to be honest with you.
I haven't seen the film because the trailers made it look like dog shit.
But I always feel like we try and be fair and point out where things are good and things are bad. And
look, I think I don't know any more definition of fair than coming out of Barbie and saying what I said about Barbie. I think if anyone wants to say, "Oh, they just hate on shit for hating shit," go watch my Barbie review. Go watch something like that. Strigoi gifted 5 memberships to the stream as well. Strigoi, thank you very much. Right, folks. So we're gonna have to leave it there, I'm afraid. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. As I said, I will try to do an afternoon tea with us from the hotel, but if I can't, then I will arrange a day next week to go through the super chats that I haven't been able to address today. Worst case scenario, I'll make a video going through and addressing all of the super chats. So everybody who has super chatted, you will get your super chat read out and answered to the best of my ability. Massive thank you to all my mods for giving up your free time. Really do appreciate you all. Everybody who super chatted, membered, gifted memberships. Bashy Washy gifting 80 memberships to the stream. It's absolutely insane. Thank you. Remembered. Thank you so much indeed. I think X-Ray Girl is she still Baldur's Gating? She's still Baldur's Gating. I'm going to put the link to X-Ray Girls. You might see Bob's and maybe even X-Ray Girls as well.
My goodness.
Go to her channel. Go give her some love as well. Morley, what would you like to plug before we go? Sure.
It's such an awkward time to plug anything. The plan is that you guys will find out on Open Bar whether or not things went well, because it'll be Thursday. That'll be when I'll know for sure. It'll be guaranteed that I'll know by then. Tomorrow, though, we're planning on doing the stream where we check out that XQC and Ethan Klein debate, because to close out this chapter of the React Wars, that's going to be laid back and funny, I think.
I was a survivor of the React Wars.
I took an arrow to the stream.
No.
So there's that. And then if everything goes to plan, which I really hope it does, my video's coming out this Saturday. We shall see. The worst case scenario is it comes out next Saturday. But it is ready to go. It is a grand total of 5 hours and 54 minutes, I believe.
Oh my god, my body's ready.
It is a chongus.
Because my brother's up, my sister's partner, brother from another mother is up until Friday. I will try to get something Blue Beetle related up to you on Friday. And then Sunday, like I said, traveling down to me mum's to see Mama Az. So I'm actually having a little bit of, away time, maybe. Only a couple of days or so, but there you go. So massive thank you again, everyone. We'll be back with Real BBC next Tuesday over on Gary's channel. Till then, you take care. Bye for now, boo boo boo.
Bye.